Yo, what is up? It's your boy Jay Johnny back here in Perim's Underworld. Today we have a wonderful. I get to host this time. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
How the
Usually,
turntables? How the
you,
turntables?
usually whenever we're in a call together, he's the one hosting, but I'm the one hosting this time. Let's go, let's go. Today we got Apricot a lot. He's my bro from Chaotic Odyssey. If you guys have been watching, you guys should be. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick, my brother?
Yeah, what's up, party people? My name is Apricot a lot, or that's my handle online, anyhow. And I do different types of like game-related content on YouTube. Just started making YouTube content here, like in the back half of 2025. I have a Poke Rogue series that's been going for a while. I did like did like a short-lived Yu-Gi-Oh progression series, and I do Chaotic Odyssey here with my boy Jade Johnny, Perim's Underworld here. 2 p.m. Central Time every Saturday. New episodes come out. It is like a limited play chaotic series between the two of us, inspired by other like TCG content creators like DZeef and Simo and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a blast. Basically, what Chaotic Odyssey is, if you haven't watched it, just to give a brief plug for the series because I think it's a lot of fun. The two of us start out with nothing aside from a random starter deck. We get the promo crafts from the starter deck, and then from there we open packs, build a deck, and battle it out between the two of us. Depending on whether you win or lose, you spin a different wheel with different rewards. And episode to episode, week to week, we are improving our collection, changing our deck builds, banning cards from each other's collection, and battling it out in the battle drone to see who is the superior chaotic player. First to 10 wins, and it is a good time, Charlie.
And for those of you who don't know, I did win season 1, and I'm gonna win season 2. I mean, that's just a matter
Well,
of
we'll
fact.
see. I'm giving him room for his money. Spoilers for season 1. Yeah, he did win season 1. But yeah, it's a good time. Check it out if you haven't yet. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, it is one of the highlights of my week. Just jumping in VC with you and just like bullshitting around. Unfortunately, today I was not ready to do it because I'm a tad bit of a brain fart, and I didn't even think. Oh wait, we might be recording Odyssey the same day we're doing the podcast.
Yeah, peek behind the curtain. When Johnny asked me to hop in call, I was like, "Oh yeah, we're playing Odyssey, right?" And then he revealed that he did not prepare for Odyssey and that we were doing the podcast, which I had agreed to do, and I didn't realize. So whatever, no big deal. But we're here, we're hanging out, we're having fun.
He killed my deck, guys. He killed my deck. By the time you guys should be seeing this, you guys should be fully caught up to where we're at in Odyssey by the time you guys are seeing this, because it should be. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Well, yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers. In the future, at some point, maybe I killed one of his decks. I don't know.
Yeah, he might have killed one of
point.
my decks. Yeah. If you guys, even if it is caught up, you guys should go watch it anyways and find out if he did. Because if he did, man, that would be really messed up.
No, I think it would actually be really cool and good if that happens.
Yeah. So, April, you and I have been friends for. It's probably been close to a year now, right? We got to be approaching a year, right?
I think I reached out to you last year. I think it was around like July-ish, question mark, somewhere in there. I want to say it was like July.
Was it really that late into the year? Oh my god.
I think so, yeah, because it was after I moved to this new place.
Dude,
so yeah, I think it was like July.
Man, you've been like such a huge part of my life. I just like assumed it's been longer. Like, damn.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Like, for those of you who don't know, we have a content creator group chat, and then we have a separate server for this little peek behind the curtain. And I swear to God, I feel like I talk more in here than I do in the content creator server.
Nah, dude, you're all over the place, man. You're in the content creator server, you're in the Odyssey server, you're in like the chaotic server, you're on Reddit. Yeah, I feel like everywhere I go, chaotic related, I'm like, oh, there's Jade Johnny, baby, there's the boy.
Sometimes you got to stay in touch with the community. There's so many like different varied things going on with the community.
No, I think that's awesome, man. I wish I was better about that. I'm just like so like terminally offline, like in my social life. Like I'm in the Discord, but like I've never really been like the kind of person, and with a caveat that I'll address later, but I've never really been the kind of person to like talk to people online, really. Like I'll watch like a YouTube video and I'll leave a like if I like it, but I'm not really getting in the comments or anything, or I'm not like talking to people and like Facebook comments or whatever type thing.
No, I feel like
Uh,
that's fair. I mean, I also feel like the more you interact with like the chaotic community, like the more risk you are at like just getting hit with that negativity wave too. Because I mean, like
sure, sure.
if you keep saying positive stuff, eventually you're gonna hit those negative people that just don't want to hear the positive stuff. But
Yeah, which is fine. I kill them with kindness, baby.
there is one place you've been in the chaotic community that I
Yes.
wasn't in. Do you want to go ahead and talk about that real quick?
Yeah, yeah. So that dovetails nicely into what I was saying. Yeah, that's the one caveat to where like I don't really interact with people online. I really did back in the chaotic forums back in the day, man. Like I was on the forums all the time. Um Mostly like doing fan fiction, but I would also be like, posting like, like in the deck building portion of the forums or just general like I was all the time on the forums. It was like super super fun. That was one of like the I think that was like the first online community that I really interacted with, like outside of like, I don't know, like Club Penguin or something, or I don't know if you remember it. There was this like text-based like role-playing game, like set in like the Naruto universe. I forget what it was called, man. It was so cool. I was on there all the time in like middle school, dude. Like you could like go to like different parts of like the Naruto where like you can go hang out in like Konoha or in like the village hidden in the sand and like you can like get secret access to the Akatsuki headquarters or whatever. And it was like a chat room based, like text based role playing game. It was fun. It was really cool. I forget what it was called, man. Maybe I'll do like a deep dive into that for a video or something. I don't know because I remember that so fondly.
I remember like Naruto MMORPG where like you could like it was basically like a gotcha before gotchas were like big. It is browser
Yeah.
based, and that was like the only thing my computer could run at the time. I remember that, but I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
remember I don't remember text. I don't remember text one.
I don't remember what it was called, man. I'm gonna have to look it up because that's like the one other thing aside from like the chaotic forums where I was like really like in the chat. Um,
You weren't
but yeah, I had a
only
lot of fun on chaotic back in the day.
you weren't only just in the chat. You were actually like one of the OG content creators for chaotic in a way, if you think about it.
Yeah, I was. I was. This was like back in middle school. I think I was in like the sixth grade when I was started writing. But yeah, I had a pretty popular fan fiction on the Chaotic forums back in the day. Maxor Learns is what it was called, and then of course the sequel, Maxor Learns 2. It was the I would say it was the number one comedy series in the fan fiction like section on the forums back in the day. Like it wasn't like eclipsing like Blarger's Day Off, which was like I think that was like a one-off story if I remember correctly. That was a comedy that was really well written. Mine was nowhere near as well written, but yeah, it was pretty fun, man. It's a pretty funny series. I actually have like a lot of those old chapters on a USB that I found with digging through stuff a few years ago, and they do not hold up.
Well,
There's some jokes that are funny,
well,
but
it doesn't matter if they don't hold up. You should still send them to me because I would love to read them.
I will. I'll send them over to you. Yeah, they're fun to read. They're very immature, and they are written by like a sixth grader, like in middle school in like the early 2000s. So like the amount of like homophobia is kind of like that's a joke, like a pretty common through line joke is like, oh, he's gay, and I'm like, well, that's not. That doesn't really cut the mustard anymore these days, but um,
Dark humor
yeah,
is
it's
still
funny.
humor. I can still appreciate it. I can still appreciate some dark humor. I mean,
It's fun. Yeah,
even if it's a little messed up, I can still appreciate it.
sure, sure. But yeah, no, that was a fun time. Yeah, it was. It's the first time I'd ever like written fan fiction content for a property, and it still is the only time I ever have. I've never written fan fiction aside from chaotic fanfics. But yeah, it was a good time.
That's good. That's good. No, I think a lot of people they see us playing and they're like, oh, they probably only like log in to like do this like, and then they just like forget each other exists. But like, seriously, I say it every time we talk about each other and talk about Odyssey. We spend 30 minutes before the call just shooting the shit. We spend like 30 minutes to an hour after the call shooting the shit. I know his chaotic journey back in like the back of us knew. But I know his chaotic journey back and forth like that. There's a reason I can segue all this stuff so easily because, like, genuinely, Avery is such a great guy. I genuinely, I love being a co-host for Chaotic Odyssey again. You guys gonna hear us plug Chaotic Odyssey like this entire. This is honestly an advertisement for Chaotic Odyssey.
All right, man. I'll take the plugs where I can get them, baby. No, I mean, I I feel like I got very lucky having like invited you as co-host, because like when I started making chaotic content, and I have a lot more planned for this year than last year was really just Odyssey season 1 and 2. And Odyssey's going to keep going on, but I have other ideas for other stuff. But um I started making like YouTube content just kind of as a hobby last year, just for fun. And I was thinking, I'm like, man, what's something new that I could do? And I was like, oh man, like I wonder if anybody's making chaotic content still, because like I after everything happened with 4Kids and the lawsuit, and the game shut down and everything, I was on the backup forums all the time still, like I was regularly, like on a monthly basis, I was checking in and being like, all right, what's going on? Like Ganon's got a new company, like, X, Y, and Z, like what are the moves? And then I kind of fell off for a few years. And so, I woke up one morning and it was like, I think I had a dream about it, and I woke up and I was like, I got to reach out to somebody about making like a chaotic series. Like I got to find somebody to co-host. And I was looking through like different content creators, and I found Johnny's channel, and I was like, okay, yo, this guy's got great energy, like seems like a cool dude, like let's touch base. And I'm so glad that I did reach out to you, man, because it's been a blast doing Odyssey with you. I couldn't think of anybody better to do it with.
See, I'm glad you reached out too. One of the things that, like, I was like super like kind of like upset about was the lack of content creators. You reached out to me, and I was like, oh, this would be a chance to try to motivate somebody to make more chaotic content. And then like we get into that voice call, and it was like that we like clicked. Like it was like 5-10 minutes of awkwardness, and then like once we found our flow, we were like, oh, dude, we got along so great. We have a lot of
Yeah,
things
yeah.
in common, like a lot of games like outside of chaotic. Um, I mean, still haven't played Poke Rogue, but eventually, when you finish, I'll start. I mean,
If I finished, dude, I gotta tell you, I forgot how long it takes to beat the campaign, because like when I like first started playing Poke Rogue, like on my own like personal account, like not for YouTube stuff, it's like all I did for like a month straight. Like I forgot how many hours I put into it to like beat classic mode the first time. And I'm like, every week I'm like this week I was like, oh shit, like episode 73. That's crazy. I've done 73 of these episodes so far, and I still don't feel like I'm close to beating it.
man, you're gonna
It's nutty,
overtake One
man.
Piece soon, dude. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Hey, we're working on
1170. That's all you gotta get to, bro.
it. Season 1.
Season 1, baby. Let's go. I told my best friend, I was like, hey, you should really start One Piece. She hates One Piece. She thinks Luffy isn't a real pirate. And I was like, you should really start One Piece. And she was like, no, that's too many episodes. And I was like, it's only one season.
Yeah, it's true.
I, I
I don't understand people that like hate One Piece. Like I truly don't get it. Cuz like have you watched it? Like I don't understand.
like,
Like
dude, it is like the most fantastic. Like, I get the first few episodes. Like, the first couple episodes, I can get them being kind of rough. I can understand that. Because, like, at the start of it, it kind of just feels like a power fantasy. Because Luffy just kind of, like, steamrolls everybody, right? I could get the
right.
first few episodes. But, like, once you hit Arlong Park, bro, if you're not, like, emotionally invested at Arlong Park, you're just
Yeah.
heartless. Like, that's just all there is to say about it.
I think you got to make it through like the East Blue Saga, like Romance Dawn, all that. Like I think Arlong Park, or even like I think Drum Island's after Arlong Park, right?
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, Arlong Park is peak. Like if you're not like rocking with the show after that, I think there's something broken inside you. But I would even say like go all the way through Drum Island, man, because I think like Chopper's backstory, like just really like and Nami's too as well, but like Chopper's backstory just like cuts me so deep, man. Like if you don't like empathize with that character, and if you don't see like, oh man, like they're really telling like a very like deep, like emotionally resonant story that is like about so many different things, like I don't know, man. I think One Piece is fantastic. Like I don't understand people that hate on it. Like I know that I've heard like a lot of criticism about people like not liking Luffy, but I just don't get that. Like I love Luffy, man. Luffy's the best.
See, I'm kind of on the opposite. I hate Luffy. I genuinely
Really?
like
Oh
this.
man,
This
why?
sounds like rage bait, but like I genuinely, it always feels like sometimes he's just extremely smart, and then other times he's just brain dead, and I hate it because it's like
Yeah, he's the world's smartest idiot.
yeah, but he comes up with gear two, right? He comes
Yeah.
up with gear two. How would he ever, like? if you were to show somebody Luffy and Wano, and you were to be like, okay, this guy found out that he could pump his blood very fast through his body to accelerate the amount of, like, the
Well,
amount,
I
like,
don't
I
think
just,
Luffy's thinking about it like in terms of like science, right? Like Luffy's almost like an animal to me, you know? Like
yeah.
he's very emotionally intelligent, you know, like he always knows the right thing to say to someone if somebody is in you know, going through something like tough emotionally. He always knows what to say to them, you know?
Oh yeah, no,
Like in Arlong Park, like him putting the hat on Nami type shit. Like he is like very emotionally and like instinctually intelligent, but upstairs there's nothing going on. It's an empty room.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree. It's just more like Gear Second was like really where I was like, I don't. That's like it's the alternate gears up till Gear Four, because Gear Four has nothing to do with Luffy whatsoever, or not Gear Four, Gear Five. I'm stupid.
yeah.
Gear Five has nothing to do with Luffy whatsoever. But up until like all the other gears, right? It's just it feels like he's when Goku learns something via like is just able to repeat it, you can be like, oh yeah, well he saw it and his battle instincts were like, okay, well I could replicate that. But like when Luffy does it, it's like there was nothing to really influence.
Well, I don't know,
that.
because like
It's just
we see
it's just
like in like after Marineford, like when we're getting like the actual like Luffy backstory, and we see him like training with like Ace and Sabo and everything, like we see him like training and like working out like you know the different gum gum moves. You know, like he's like learning like pistol and barrage and bazooka and everything. Like he's teaching himself like these different techniques and ways to use his body. I think that Luffy, and we don't see this on screen a lot, like as the story goes on, but I think he's always doing shit like that. He's always like, how can I like manipulate my body and like what things can I do like to come up with like new things to do in combat. Like I think that's why he developed the gears, is because he spends a lot of time like figuring out like how to fight. Like I think that he is kind of like a like an instinctual kind of like natural fighter, you know, because I mean he grew up like out in the woods like just fighting giant animals, and you know even after Marineford, like when he's training with Rayleigh and everything, like he's still doing that same type of thing. Like I feel like Luffy is just kind of always like adapting his combat style and trying to like learn new ways to manipulate his rubber body.
let me correct what I said. Let me correct what I said. I don't think pre-time. I don't like pre-time skip Luffy.
Okay.
Up until after Marineford. Marineford, I love Luffy. Like I think that's the point where his character hits like an emotional zenith where I can kind of like vibe with a bit more. But pre-time skip, it just kind of like feels like he's brain dead, and the power ups he pulls, like gear, second gear, like it just doesn't make any logical sense to me. Um, I just don't. I don't get how he could come to that conclusion with everything that we've seen him do beforehand. Afterwards, he's a lot more emotionally intelligent. He trains with Rayleigh. Rayleigh probably like educated him a bit more on like hockey and stuff like that. But
Yeah. I don't know, because like I feel like what like Water 7, and that whole saga, that's right after Skypiea, right? Like if we're not counting like the G5 filler.
yeah, yeah.
So
But
like I feel like in Skypiea, like his crew got decimated by Enel, right?
yeah,
And I feel like he had to feel like I gotta like figure something out so I can protect my crew. You know, like I feel like him like figuring out how to do like Gear 2 was like a direct response to like how terribly injured everyone else got, and he couldn't do anything about it because he was like
yeah. But he didn't learn.
not.
He didn't use Gear 2 whenever he fought Lucci in Water 7. He waited until he got to oh my god, brain dead.
uh what is it called?
God, dude, the second I go to say it, I'm like, I was about to say Savity Archipelago, and I was like, that is
No, it's not
1000% not
that.
right.
Wow, I'm also blanking on this name. What? Why am I
Bro,
not able to remember this?
the gate, it's the Gates of
They
Justice.
they took the sea train. The Gates of
It's
Justice.
always sunny. It's
Oh man, why am I also forgetting
bro,
this?
what?
That's actually crazy.
This is like the arc. This is like
Yeah,
if you hit
the
this
back
arc,
half of the Water
yeah.
7 saga. I forget what that arc's
If
called.
you hit this arc and you still do not like One Piece, you're heartless. You're a monster. Like nobody likes you. Go
I think it's
like
impossible to finish that saga and not be like, this show is incredible.
That like I think that's like the part when I was like reading One Piece and catching up on One Piece where I was like, this
Yeah.
is the Odyssey. I was like, this is the modern day Odyssey. Like you are emotionally connected to like these characters so much that when a boat sinks, you're bawling your eyes out. Because like,
Right. I mean, actually, though, like,
dude,
still today, if I watch that like clip of the episode, I'll cry immediately. Like, yeah, for sure, dude.
one of my friends sent me that clip, and it was just that clip, and it was like I tried so hard in the background, like in the end by Linkin Park, and it was like,
Hmm.
and it was like this cover where it was like super somber, and I was like, dude, no, no.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
a
like,
rough one.
you monster. uh, let's get a little bit back on track. Back on track. Back on track. 'Cause if
I
you
mean, I
guys-
could talk One Piece all day long,
bro,
literally all day.
I will start saying One Piece spoilers, okay, if we keep talking One Piece, because ooh,
Yeah,
ooh,
that's
this
fair,
arc,
that's
man,
fair.
this arc.
You're caught up
Oh.
on the most recent chapter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, baby.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been hype. It's been hype. All the lore drops have been crazy, dude.
I guess you could say Loki got his nut.
You could say that. I would.
Yeah, I would. But you know what? Who else is getting his nut? This year we're getting chaotic. How do you feel about that?
Dude, I'm stoked. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited.
Let me.
Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for like a decade at this point, decade plus. So yeah, I'm excited.
Let me preface this conversation. We do not have any insider information that other people do not have. Nobody has told us anything that we are not supposed to know. If we did, I would be obligated to report on it because that is what I am. I am the chaotic news guy. If I hear something, even if I'm told not to tell anybody, you will be told. That is the rules. I didn't make them. I just follow them because that's what's expected of me.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I'm clueless, man.
All we know is what Hard Rock has told us in VC during stream calls. So everything that he has said, he has been super careful about saying, and everything that, and then also what Red says. So we only have Ganon's word, what Hard Rock's allowed to say, and then what Red has said. That's all we got. But from what everything they've said, expect chaotic this year. So back to the conversation. Chaotic 2026, baby! Let's go!
Yeah, dude, I'm stoked, man. I'm super excited. I cannot wait, to be honest.
Yeah, I heard they're adding more fluid morphers to the game, man. Oh, cannot wait to pull
No,
those
I
in.
actually heard they were getting rid of that mechanic entirely, which I'm stoked about.
I heard they're adding it back to the game, but also for fire element too. So
That would be something.
that would be horrible. God awful.
Yeah.
Every element gets morphers. That'd be so horrible.
No, it's
Oh.
just that would ruin the game.
I think it'd be fine. I think the game would be perfectly fine. It'd be awesome. What could go wrong?
No, I don't think so.
Name one thing that could go wrong. Like, what the... It's not like we have a card like Nadron Fluid Morphers Photo exists. Like, come on, like...
Not if you're playing on Recode, you don't.
Yeah, oh, poor Recode. Oh, that's actually brings me to a good question. Recode.
Yeah.
Recode. How do you feel about the Recode ban list, limit list, restriction list? Have you messed with that? Because I know a lot of what we've done has been sealed.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see what the, because that should be ban list.
No, I mean, like, how do you feel about the whole fan like ban list thing? Do you think do you like?
I think that it's
exists?
kind of a necessity for there to be like a healthy online community, like while the game's not being like officially supported. I think that it makes sense. As far as like, do I agree with the cards on the ban list? Not all of them necessarily. I think I understand why most of them are here. They're just kind of feels bans a lot of the time.
I agree. Zamul should be at 1. I agree.
Do you think what should be at 1?
I agree. Zamul should exist.
Who?
Zamul.
Oh, Zamul. Yeah, no, you're a goofball.
Yeah. Nobody ever agrees with me on this. I don't get why. It's not a controversial take to say we should have floodgates. What's wrong with floodgates, people?
I think some floodgates are fine. I think that they can be very unfun and feels bad, depending on the matchup. But I don't like totally hate floodgates. I think that you're a little bit lamer if you're playing them, TBH, honestly.
Oh, I see.
But I mean, it's like in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like, there's a million. You could be playing like, um, like Gravity Bind, or you could be playing like, what is the one that like restricts you to like 2 summons per turn, or
Summon limit.
like,
Yeah.
Summon Limit, Mystic Mine, like whatever. You can play all those cards. They're mostly all legal, with the exception of like Mystic Mine, maybe a couple others. You can play Skill Drain. You can play whatever. Yeah, go for it, man. Am I gonna think less of you for doing it? 1,000%. Yeah. As soon as I see you flip up like Summon Limit or something, I'm like, oh, you suck. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's play. Let's see what you got, man. What else does your deck do? Like, I'll talk shit to you.
Flip
But I
rivalry.
think that is
I
a
see.
fine thing to exist. Like, you gotta have stopgap measures for certain things that are broken, right? Like, if you don't have like inhibitors to, like ridiculous combo decks, or decks that are like just super unfair or broken, like, I think you gotta have checks and balances for stuff like that.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Um, I'm trying not to repeat questions that we talked about during the podcast, because we did this massive podcast. We got everybody involved: Taiga, Dumashi, Hard Rock, Max Lord. Like, we got everybody involved. I'm trying not to repeat any questions we asked in there, because we did go over a lot of the stuff that I normally ask. Like, all of that stuff went in there.
Oh yeah.
Like stuff like, what's your favorite creature?
Um, it's probably Pyrithion. I think it's my favorite. The snake guy from Dawn of Perim.
Hey, isn't that guy that hypnotizes people to make them mine music? Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch the show, man. I gotta rewatch the show.
That's
That's actually something I'm planning on doing. I mean, I was in the
that's
Discord asking about it earlier today. I want to rewatch the show. I haven't seen it in a while.
that's a little sussy wussy, bro. Your favorite creature is Enslaver? Ooh.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Ooh. Come
Can you
on, bro.
blame him? No, dude, I think he's cool. I think the art's cool.
Oh, but when I say
like,
we should wipe out all the Danians, I'm the bad guy. Okay.
whoever said that. No, as far as like Dawn of Perim, like Pyrithion and Grook were my favorite creatures. I was an Underworld main in the early stages of the game, and then I realized how fun Mepedians are. And yeah, there's no going back from there.
Strike 20 do feel good. Strike 20 do feel good.
It just feels great, man. It just feels so good.
Oh, I have the battle gear that gives you air 10 too. Whew.
The Fulgurite? Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
you saw me rock up with that not too long ago. Noaz with the Fulgurite, Air 20, baby. Man, it feels great.
I think that's the episode that's releasing the day that we're doing this, actually, right?
That one came out last week.
Okay. I saw you use Noah.
Yeah.
I saw you clip Noah as, so I wasn't sure.
I did, yeah. That's the same deck, but yeah.
Yeah, it was the same deck, and it ended the exact same way.
No, it didn't. I won the first one.
Man.
Yeah, fun game though. Fun game. Really did come right down to the wire.
It really did. Like, there was a point where I was like, oh, wait, I just lose. And then, like, I was like, wait, don't I just mathematically win? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second.
Pretty crazy game, actually. Pretty crazy game.
You had the reaction of, like, we'll see. And I was like, no, I genuinely think I just can't lose this game. Like,
Yeah, well, I've been known to misplay.
Once or twice.
What are you gonna do, man? I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to stuff. What are you gonna do?
Sandstrike.
Yeah. Get like PTSD flashbacks whenever I hear Sandstrike. Ugh.
So
Embarrassing.
We all know about Odyssey. And if you don't know about Odyssey, well, now you do. Again, go watch Chaotic Odyssey. Season 1 is fully out right now. I think at most, we should only have, at the time of recording, we should only have about 9 max episodes that we could do for Season 2, I want to say.
I think
like
6 would be the most possible, like, additional episodes going forward, because you're at 7 currently. So, like, you could win 2, I could win 3, and then whoever wins the next one.
Yeah, we're 6-7 right now, so,
Oh, man, we're doing that. You're not gonna get a laugh out of me for that.
You're laughing right now.
I'm smiling right now. I'm not giving you anything.
Hey. You just gave me something. Let's go.
I was laughing at the headphones. It was not the Gen Alpha humor.
I'm brain rotted, bro. I'm brain rotted.
It's just terminal. Send this guy to Ohio.
Dude, I found myself like scripting shorts, and I was like, how do I work 6-7 into this when it was trending? And I was like, oh god, no, never mind. And that's why I didn't do any shorts, because I was like, I know I'm going to include, because I saw the Command Zone do one, and I was like, yeah, everything I try to make would sound exactly like that.
Yeah.
I was like, it was like, so I'm gonna get 7 counters, and I was like, oh, dude.
Oh, I did see that one.
I was like, oh god, no. I'm so glad. I didn't.
The Command Zone, they make some good like short form content. Like their ads are always really funny.
Yeah, but then like you have like fails like that, and I was just like, ugh. Which is really weird that they chose to do that, considering their audience, like the age of their audience. Like, you'd expect their audience to be like, 30 to 40.
I think it was like an ironic thing, but yeah, you're right. I mean, their audience is not remotely in that age group.
Yeah, no, it's also, speaking of like audience being remotely in an age group, have you seen our analytics for like the chaotic side of content?
I think it's about what I expected. I think it's like mid-20s to mid-30s men.
See, normally I don't try to talk too much analytics on here, but I think it's like just the fact it got brought up inherently. I was honestly like kind of impressed by like just like how one-sided it was when it comes to age range. Let me see if I can get it to show on. See if I can get it to show on here.
Yeah,
so
100% male, 100% between 25 and 34.
So like so this is for the last year. I don't know if it'll like focus on my phone. I don't think it's gonna focus on my phone. But it's like 85.4% 25 to 34 age range. 85.4 is 25 to 34. And then the part that really like surprised me was the amount of 18 to 24. That actually kind of shocked me, because it's the second highest at 13.1%. I did not expect that. That was
see, mine are just straight 100% across the board.
I think for my videos, I have 0.3% female for the last year. That was kind of surprising.
Okay, you got one girl watching. Let's go.
One girl. Let's go. My DMs are open.
To all you women in the chat there watching chaotic content. You the real ones.
Yeah, no, it's honestly I was kind of surprised at the one-sidedness of that, considering something that Brian Gannon had said previously was that there was a large female player base when the game was initially out. I was kind of surprised that our analytics don't reflect that they're still here. But then if I try to think about it,
I think it makes sense. I think that, I mean, and I could be completely talking out of my ass here, but I want to say that men are more likely to hyperfixate on a hobby than women are.
Yeah, I could agree on
that. When you think about people that are super into Warhammer or D&D or speed running or whatever, Mario, any of that, it's all men. It's always guys.
It also could just be the fact that we're also super xenophobic in this community. We hate each other's tribes with a passion.
Some of us do. Some of us are welcoming to all tribes. I like them all.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey, listen, if you're okay with the Danians infecting everybody and coming in and taking our water, our land, our lava, I gotta say, I can't agree with it.
I like it. I say assimilate some more. Show me interest assimilated. Show me realm assimilated. Let's see Prince Mudinu assimilated. I'd say keep it going, man.
Oh, that's kind of a good idea. Imagine a set where it's just kind of like how future sight and time spiral, block and magic, how they used alternative mechanics or unsanity, Well, like imagine like a set where it's like an alternate future where the Danians have just gone around infecting, and we have like a bunch of different infected versions of cards.
That would be sweet, man.
Oh, that would be
I'd be into
sick.
it.
I would be
I'd be
sick.
into it. You can maybe even like introduce like a new mechanic, like because you don't want the whole set to just be Danian, so you could have like Overworlders and Underworlders still, but they could have like a new like mechanic that says this like also counts as a Danian.
Or you could just
Um,
or you could have like the Danians have infected like random creatures like Maxor and stuff like that. You have like Danian versions of Maxor and stuff, and then like for the rest of the set, it's the Resistance.
mm, okay, yeah, I think that would be sweet, man. I'm into it.
That'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty sick. Uh man.
Make me want to get back in the car design space, man. Me and a buddy were talking about making like a custom chaotic set for fun. And we haven't really put the time in to do it yet, but I think it would be a fun thing to do.
I think chaotic like fan cards are really cool. I think there's a certain line where it gets kind of weird though. I don't want to go too much into depth on that one, but like sometimes chaotic fans can get a little weird with their card designs.
I actually
uh,
had a subscriber, I think to both of our channels, Bazil, sent me a couple custom cards that he made of some past creatures that I thought were really sweet.
oh yeah, dude, I love
Um,
Basil, dude. He is like he shows up to every single stream. He gets a really
yeah, he's a
apologetic.
real one, dude. That
Yeah,
guy's awesome.
yeah, he's been
Did he send you these? The
uh
like
he
Ariak and Glektod that he made?
I don't think he has. I can't keep track with everything I get sent, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, Basil. I
Yeah.
love you, man, but
Let me I'll link these in the call here. I think they're pretty sweet, man. Um, let's see. Ba, 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 ba.
I know it was like June when we first started talking, maybe a little before.
Was it June?
Yeah, because we got a week 10 of the first week of Odyssey
Okay.
in August.
Yeah, I just threw those there in the chat. I think they're pretty cool designs, man. I like them a lot.
That is so many words.
So I don't know if it's like viewable to the people at home or not.
Oh yeah, no, I brought it up. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
While another pest creature you control sent to the discard pile, remove a music counter from Ariak. If you do return the pest creature to play and occupy space on the battleboard with no music counters. If Ariak has no music counters on it, sacrifice it. See, my issue with that, I guess it doesn't have to be 1-to-1 with the show, right? Like,
Yeah.
but like he Tom kills the creatures like repeatedly. Like, it was like 5 or 6 times, and then at the end, after he coded Ariak, all the creatures came back at the same time. Um, reduced
Yeah,
damage.
I mean, I think that's crazy if you all of your creatures come back when you take them out. But I think it's a pretty neat ability. I think him not being able to gain counters and being untargetable is like nice balance stuff.
Oh god,
Um,
Glektod is just OP, bro. What? That's
yeah,
wild.
Glektod's crazy, man.
That's
He's just got
wild.
built-in Levitar, built-in Alav, the Earthproof 10. I mean, he's crazy.
Bro, that's
Uh,
absolutely unhinged. That's an insane card. Basil,
cool guy.
we gotta talk about your card design, Basil, bro.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun. Make like a past creature tribal deck. A good time.
True, true, true.
I did that back in the day when those cards came out. I was playing Chaotic Online, and like the official client. I was playing like past creature tribal.
See, I wanted to in Odyssey, season 2. For those of you guys who have been watching, you guys should go watch Chaotic Odyssey season 2 out right now on youtube.com/apricot. But I wanted to, but somebody in week two, put a stop to that. What was up with that, man? What's up with
What am
that?
I to do? And you're just supposed to have Chromax on the second week of the show? I don't think so.
Yeah, the fans would have wanted it.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
I think it would have been perfectly reasonable and perfectly acceptable.
But you don't need to see me malding that early into the series. Now is the time where I mauled.
Nah, just wait until I get a fluid morpher. Dude, the season 3 like pre-ban list, oh my god, dude, it's just gonna be fluid. We're just gonna ban the word fluid morpher at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to go through like the recode ban list and see like what else we could hit there. Because like Drornik obviously it's got to go.
What? He's
Uh,
perfectly acceptable. He's
no,
perfectly
that card
acceptable.
was so lame and unfun. That's gotta go.
I love the realization of like you realizing I had actually read the card. I was like, "Hey, let's go."
Yeah, well, it's just I saw so many misplays and I was like, oh, he just doesn't get it.
Well, no, it was because every other time you were dealing like 2 shots, and I could only ever do 40 back, and I didn't have the way to finish. Like I didn't have enough damage
Yeah,
to
yeah.
finish. So I
No,
was
I'm
like,
just messing with you.
I was like, oh, this sucks. I was like, I put 2 copies of him in here for a reason, bro. Why isn't he working?
Yeah.
Dude.
I think it's kind of funny some of the stuff that they have on the recode ban list, like Newman Voidlands. Like, come on, that card's fine.
It's just look. It's just because it's elemental hate.
Yeah, but that's the kind of stuff where I'm like, this doesn't need to be banned. Like, it's just a mean thing you can do to your opponent. Like, it's not ban worthy. It's not
Yeah.
like Lord Von Blut
It
Servavani.
it screwed me over, and it screwed me over in Odyssey like multiple times, and I still did not hit it. Like it's like I haven't hit it, have I?
No, you haven't.
Okay, cool.
I
Cool,
would be
cool.
fine if you did, because I'd be like, all right, that's a bad choice.
Yeah, because
But
it's like one of the least likely cards I am to see. Like I hit mind games, and that's more just because it was just so frustrating having to play attacks at random. Because I was like,
you were playing it too.
I played it because once I played Fluid Morphers, I didn't need it anymore. I didn't.
Yeah,
need
that's
to
why I
play
was
attacks
playing it.
anymore.
That's why I was playing it. I didn't care what I played. All my attacks are good.
Yeah, all my attacks are ass. It's an inverse of season 1.
Yeah, well, that's just because those broken attacks are banned in season 2.
Bro, for real, I've pulled
No
them.
more Whirling Whale. No more. What was the other one you had that was crazy?
Plasma arrows.
You didn't. Plasma arrows is fine. You didn't have that. It was Whirling Whale and
Ice sheets. No, it wasn't ice sheets. It was
no, it wasn't ice. Oh, ice discs.
ice disc. Yeah.
Ice discs.
Yeah, dude. Season 1 was popping, bro. Season 1 was
No.
popping.
That sucked.
No, I think a lot of people A should really go watch Chaotic Odyssey, and B really like don't realize how like little access you have to cards if you were to like do a draft, because like, oh my god, it feels so bad. Like
Oh yeah. No, I mean deck building is totally different in like an Odyssey format, like compared to like constructed.
yeah, I mean
Like even just like commons where you're like, oh, I just don't have like any good locations.
yeah,
It
it would have been impossible like with us like doing without the starter decks. Like it would have been 100%
Oh, yeah.
impossible.
For sure.
There was
I mean, we would be rolling up with like severe jank, like just
Yeah.
attack, like earth attacks in a water deck type thing.
we actually had to remove the AU starter decks because they don't start you with enough locations and creatures and music. And it was
Yep.
like that first like time we had to for season 1, we had to make an exception and double the amount of like basically everything that I pulled, because it was just the only way to make that starter deck work. Like
Which is like way stronger than any other starter deck. Like getting like play sets of like everything is pretty good.
bro, it was Lystone, Somnort, and I can't remember the third one.
Somnort was seeing play up till like the end of season 1, dude. That guy's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, that's just because Defender. Like, Defender's
Yeah,
just good.
no, it's good. It's one of the Defender's a keyword that I feel like people hate on Defender, and I'm like, you know what? Honestly, it's kind of nice. Like it's one of those things that you don't really think about, but it can just be really annoying for your opponents sometimes.
People hate on Defender because fuck Defender, man.
Yeah, just play Poral Forest, man. That's what I do.
Man. I say that like I didn't just do that like the other day on stream. Like I just kept flipping Poral Forest every time I had to attack into a Defender. I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's great. Love that card, man. I put that in like every deck.
What's a Malvadine? What's an Elixia? I don't care. Like, let's go.
Never heard of them.
No,
Yeah, let's
don't
go
care.
big.
Like, Elixia's dead now. Like, I don't care. Like, oh, look at that. I don't have to fight the Angsha no more. Let's go.
Yeah, big, big, big.
Big, massive W's, massive W's. Kill the FJN off.
But no, I like the deck building in Chaotic Odyssey. Like I've always enjoyed like limited play and like having like a scarcity of options. It's like You watch the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch 5Ds?
Oh, I loved 5Ds. Best of
5D
best out
that
of all of
anime
them.
is fucking awesome.
Best out of
But
all
I
of them.
always liked like you say kind of like, like just trying to like piece together like a deck out of scraps, like cards that nobody else wanted to play type thing.
Oh
I
yeah.
always thought that was really cool.
I
So I like doing that same type of
I
thing.
feel like that embodies like the idea of like when you were a kid and you were like piecing together the cards now. Because like
Yeah, man.
now it's like we could just go on TCG Player. It's like, oh yeah, I wanna build
Right.
I wanna build Black Rose. Go on TCG Player, spend the $40 to build Black Rose. Bam, I have Black Rose now. I have like full deck, don't need anything else, all good to go.
Yep.
Like literally, I was like looking at like a building, getting it a Genesis, and I was like, oh, I could drop $60 and like have like everything I need for like a full on like modern day like Blackwing Genesis deck, and I was like, that's just insane.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
like
and I mean,
back when I
and
was a
that
kid.
is nice for its own reasons, but I've always enjoyed more like lower powered, like janky gameplay. Like I remember like getting into Commander, with like my buddies from work, and we would crack some packs and pull some random cards, and we just had like draft chaff that we had filling up boxes or whatever, and you put together decks, and there's like a couple like really good cards that you maybe have spent money on or got lucky and pulled or whatever, and a lot of it's just like random garbage. The games take like 6 hours or whatever, but I love that kind of stuff, man. I don't know. I like playing low powered, like unoptimized gameplay.
See, I do I always say I hate draft, but there is one thing I actually enjoy, right? My brother and I sometimes we go to Vintage Stock. I don't know if you have that where you are.
Mm.
So it's like a place with like a used, it's like a used goods store essentially. It has like a bunch of nerd stuff, comic books, cards, video games, just a used nerd store, right? Essentially,
Sure,
and they have
that kind of place.
they have blocks of they have blocks of cards. He just came over yesterday. We just did it, and we'll get a block, and we'll build a commander deck out of it.
Hell yeah.
And it's just a bunch of random jank cards. We just throw in lands for whatever we need, and we just build a commander deck out of it. And it's fun because it's like you never know what you're gonna get, but like at the same time, like one person's always gonna get more luck than the other.
No, sure.
Yeah,
That's just how any card game is. Luck is like such a major factor.
we
Like you can get unlucky and just draw like 5 0 cost attacks in a row, or you can get lucky and you pull two tainted thunderstorms in a row. I mean, it's luck of the draw, baby.
it feels great, man. It feels great. See,
Yeah, I bet it does.
that's gonna be like the thing I hate most about streaming chaotic consistently. It's like is like there was a point where I was streaming chaotic every day and I was doing it for like 4 hours a day, and like all of those times you get like double tainted thunderstorm, bro. Oh, it feels so bad, and then it just like sticks with you, and you're like, oh, that could have done nothing, and then you have those times where you like get like double slash claw, and you're like, oh yeah. That was nice. That was nice. I remember distinctly. I had the game where I did double slash claw, and then they flipped. I think it was Brawler's Bros, the one that shuffles back your attack deck in, and
Mm.
I drew slash claw off the top, and I was like, oh, I did not deserve this win, but thank you.
It feels good, man. It feels good.
feels
Yeah,
good.
you use like your super cool drain and then flip over Siphanger Shelf, and you're like, all right, don't mind if I do.
Dude, not a problem at all.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, luck is such a big factor. So I mean that's the case whether it's limited or constructed. It's just depends on what you draw.
Yeah. I know if it's like I bitch about like like sealed all the time because like I hate sealed so much. I hate it so much. And I'm not just saying that because I went into DOP for 3 weeks straight, then I went into Rise of the Oligarch for 3 weeks straight, then I went into
Hey man, you can take stuff off the wheel at least.
oh yeah, no,
I don't think I can take anything off my wheel yet.
I've cleared off half the wheel at this point. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, man, you're only hitting new cards now.
Yeah, yeah.
Still
Yeah.
haven't been into Beyond the Doors yet.
I know. No,
It's just crazy.
actually, spoiler alert for people in the future. That was my pulls this week. So
A lucky dog. Okay,
I will
so
say-
you're finally getting some good cards.
there is one thing I hate about Odyssey. One thing, and it's not anything either of us can fix. It's saving our collections. This is so horrible, man.
Season 3, man, I really think I'm gonna hire someone to just like make a site to like just be holistic, like pack opener and collection all in one.
Dude,
Like it's worth it.
I love that site exists. I love the drafts exist.
Oh, it's awesome.
But
Yeah.
A, duplicate rares. Ow, that sucks. And B, because you could like pull duplicate rares in the like one pack. And it's like I hate that. There was a pack where it's like there was one of the weeks where it was just like half my packs were just like straight up just duplicate rares, and I was like, if half of these didn't say unique on them, this would be really cool.
Yeah, I think I pulled 3 Capians in my most recent Forged Unity opening.
It feels
And I
so
was like,
great.
banned.
Dude, no,
Don't need 3 of this.
Dude, I just pulled Caden's Clash, and I was like,
yeah, look at what you did. Look at what you did.
dude, no, it's literally every week after I ban something, I pull it. Every single week, I ban something, and I immediately pull it. And I'm like, bro,
That's karma.
what?
It's just karma. Yeah, it's kind of rough hitting 2 of my music because like music are like so hard to find like good music to
I'm
slot
so
in.
sorry.
You should be.
I'm so sorry. You hit
Yeah,
my
you
cock,
should be.
bro. You hit my cock. Why would you hit my cock?
Hey man, you got that big cock just hanging out there. Stuff's gonna hit it every now and then. I don't have to tell you.
It was only 40, bro. It was only 40.
Yeah, that's a big no for me, dog. Hit my Song of Shelter. Can't believe you.
You hit my cock.
I had to. It hurts.
Yeah, well, now you can't go SOS anymore, so feels bad, bro. Feels bad. Dude, so that's one thing that like we haven't talked much about. We've talked a little bit about like what you're going to be doing further forward. And there was a project that we almost got off the ground last year.
I still want to do that. It's just a matter of getting people's schedules to line up.
And also a matter of you know, turning the screen on.
Well, let's not talk about that. Yeah, that was technical.
Do you want
mishap.
to talk about it for a little bit? Like just like explain what the series was going to be.
Yeah, so I mean,
like...
I have a couple other ideas for different chaotic series that I want to do, and they're like collab series. So there was one that I had like kind of started putting together and like getting the framework set up to do. But we were hit with a couple different scheduling issues. One person dropped out. Hard Rack, got in his accident, and he was kind of, not able to do anything content created. And then I did record with Max Lord, and realized after the fact that I was not recording anything. The whole project was it was a shit show from start to finish, but I still want to do it in the future. That's just a matter of like me not fucking up, and then like everyone's schedules lining up and being able to do it.
It was really funny too, because like you were explaining all the rules and everything to me, and I was like, okay, he's gonna show me the stuff eventually. He's gonna show me the stuff eventually, and then you were like, all right, do you understand? I was like, wait, am I supposed to see something?
Yeah, and that is what it was. Yeah, so it was part of the series was in Foundry. If you're familiar with Foundry, it's like a virtual tabletop. And I had recorded Max Lord's whole episode. That's what it was. I did record it, but I did not turn on player vision for him. So like his side of things was just a black screen. So yeah. So that was bad. I don't know why that.
It was such a great.
I think
series.
the idea is fun.
It was such a great series idea too, and like now we don't have the like. I'm sorry. I'm gonna out somebody. I'm sorry. I'm sure they'll understand because like it's not like I'm actually like talking saying anything bad about them. The scheduling issue came from Kanga living in Australia, and that's like a major time difference, and it's near impossible to get stuff scheduled. Like with anything involving Kanga, it is almost impossible to get stuff scheduled. Based off time zones. Nothing to do with him, nothing to do with us. Just it is not easy to schedule with Australia time. And so it was such a cool idea, and like now we have like content creators who are in closer time zones, or who are in like a, you know, a less varied like area. It's going to be a lot easier to schedule stuff like that. So I'd be really excited to like see that explored again, because that was such a cool idea, without giving anything away.
Yeah, I want to do it again. It's just it's a little awkward because I need so many people to make it work, right? Like it's a collab series where like I really want to have like 4 players for it. Um and so it is tough, but I do want to make it happen if we can. We'll see though.
Yeah, it's such an insane series. Like, I'm not gonna say what it is, because like I don't want to take anything away from the hype of it all. But like it is a series, like, you know, that is the, like, I think like actually like I would love to see it done like perfectly, and I love the idea of just waiting to get it done perfectly, because that was, man.
I think it's a cool idea. I think it's something totally new that nobody else is doing. And I think it would be really fun to do and really fun to watch.
Every
So
time
we'll see. Hopefully we can make it work in the future.
every time I think about it, I just think Chris McLean. Every time I think about it, I just think Chris McLean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know who that is, yeah.
Oh, Total Drama Island, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I just imagine Chris McLean like just commentating it. I'm just like, oh, that'd be awesome.
Actually, and maybe this is a little bit of a spoiler for what the series is, but I actually did make like an OC and make like a custom card for the host of the series.
Please tell me it's Garv. Please tell me it's Garv.
No, it's not. It's a new
Aw.
character that I made up.
Every time I see somebody's OC, it always involves Garv, and I'm just like,
I mean, he's the greatest to ever do it, man. He's like the Lorax of chaotic.
true, true. So, so, without going into that, without going into too many other details, what's some other stuff that you want to tease about your chaotic content? Because even I don't know a lot of the stuff about the chaotic content that's coming.
Yeah, yeah. I have a new collab series that I am planning on debuting here sometime soon. That is pretty fun. It's another gameplay series. I am planning on I'm gonna make a like a tutorial, like a how to play video. Because I really enjoy teaching people how to play card games, and I think I'm pretty good at it. It's funny. I was playing Commander with some buddies like last month, and we had a new player, and I was just walking him through like things like mechanically and teaching him different rulings and X, Y, and Z. And one of the dudes was like, "Dude, you should totally make like a chaotic like tutorial video, like teach people how to play the game." I was like, "Oh, I was actually thinking about doing that. Thanks for validating that." So I got to do that. I just need to take the time to sit down and do it. I wanted, like I said, I haven't seen the show in like a decade. So I want to do like a reaction series, like rewatching the show for the first time and like since it first aired. I want to do that. And then just like other stuff. I mean, like I should do more like recode gameplay. I think one thing I might do is like gameplay analysis, or like I even want to like host a tournament. I think would be really fun. Um, but those are all just kind of ideas that I'm kicking around. I have a couple other things that I'm not going to disclose just yet, but I got a lot of ideas for content this year.
That's dope. That's dope. I love seeing more diverse content being introduced. Like obviously, like, now there's Jason from Chaotic Insights, which everybody should go sub to, because he does episode reviews, and he's teasing a little bit more in our group chat at least. But I love seeing like more content being varied in with that, because gameplay review hasn't really been something that people have touched on outside of maybe Dumashi has a couple episodes of. Normally he's like playing through gameplay, so I'd honestly love to see like another player's like perspective from like reviewing gameplay, because
Yeah, and I'm not a pro or anything, but I think I'm maybe better at analyzing games that I'm not a part of.
yeah.
Because like I feel like I tunnel too much when I'm in a game. But like if I'm watching someone else play, I'm like, oh okay, like I can look at everything from a bird's eye view type thing.
Why did you cock that right there? Come on, bro! Bait out the shelter first!
Yeah, yeah.
Where it's like in the game, you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna bait out the shelter using the cock instead. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I feel like when I'm playing a game, like I'll be too focused about like trying to prevent something or like thinking like, all right, I have to do this, and not really like be looking at like everything that's happening until it's too late.
That's fair. That's fair.
But it's easier when I'm not like when you're just watching like gameplay and like looking at all the pieces on the board and like thinking about like what are optimal moves, like I think that it's easier when you're like watching someone else's gameplay, for me anyway. Because there's like less of like an emotional attachment there, you know, like when you're in a game, like you want to win, you know, like you're trying to win and to not lose. And when you're just watching gameplay, like there's less of that kind of going on in the background.
That's fair. That's fair. That's true. That's true. I have that issue too. I'm not gonna lie. I get a little too sidetracked on the. Sometimes like when I'm streaming, like I get a little more sidetracked on the like on one end or the other. It's like, oh, I'll get to like lax and like start talking to chat more. Um, I almost threw this unlosable game, and it was like I was like, oh wait, chat, I gotta lock in real quick, and then like I locked in, and I was like, all right, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Yeah,
And
yeah. No, I get you.
they hit me for like 50 damage. I was like, bro, I was not locked in, bro.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I
You
didn't.
don't want that to happen.
I had the mom and everything. I just took it though.
Feels
um,
bad.
so you talked a bit about like how you have gone from you talked about how you play Commander, and
Oh yeah.
you played Poke Rogue, and I mean I know your interaction with other card games, but would you like to talk a little bit about like some of the card games that you have helped grow your knowledge base and like skill base for card games?
Well, yeah, sure, man. So I was born in the '90s, so I'm part of the Pokemon generation. So growing up, like Pokemon everything, baby. Like I was eating the Pokemon cereal. I got the Pokemon Smuckers jars. I got the little figurines. I'm collecting the cards. I'm playing the games. I got my Pokédex, all that shit, right? So like I've always collected cards. Like since I can remember, I was collecting Pokemon cards, and collecting them and playing with them kind of go hand in hand. So I was always playing Pokemon when I was a really little kid. I remember when Yu-Gi-Oh came out. My brother got me a Yu-Gi like starter deck, like for my birthday, and I was like, "Yo, this actually fucking rips, dude! Like this is sick." And started getting into Yu-Gi-Oh and collecting that and playing that. School ground Yu-Gi-Oh, like playground Yu-Gi-Oh. So that for a while, and then Chaotic came around, and I got super into that. Like as far as like game knowledge, like Pokemon into Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of a logical step up. Like it's just a little bit more complex because this was back in the day when like the only extra deck mechanic was like fusion summoning, right?
Yeah.
And then Chaotic was so cool because like instead of it being like one deck of cards that you draw out of and play cards from your hand or whatever, you have like this whole like army set up, and it's like you're tactically moving across the board. Like it kind of reminded me at the time. I don't know if you remember. I think it was called like Heroescape. You remember that game?
I've heard of it. I've never played it.
It was like a board game that had like TTRPG elements and like a map that you like with like verticality that you could like move like across. And I always thought that was so cool as a kid, man. So I remember like when Chaotic came out, I was like, "Oh, yo, dude, this is kind of like Heroescape a little bit." It's like a battlefield that you're like moving your cards around and you're like kind of like commanding an army. Like that's so cool. Then you got like a location deck and an attack deck and a music pool and like all these different like things. It just felt like so much more to manage. Like it felt more like you were like a commanding an army type thing, right? Which I thought was really cool. And then I got into Magic in high school, which is like a lot of people say like the most complex trading card game, which I think is kind of debatable. I think it depends how you define complexity. Like there's a lot more like niche rulings and things like that, but I think Yu-Gi-Oh is probably up there like these days, like modern Yu-Gi-Oh as far as complexity. Um, I would say Yu-Gi-Oh is probably like more difficult for a new player to approach than Magic is. I think Magic is pretty approachable and like mechanically simple, but there's just like so much depth to the ruling and like such just like a breadth of like card information that is like not really approachable immediately. But yeah, I played a lot of Magic, a lot of Magic. Played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh now too, and played some other like card games here and there, like Shadowverse. I played a little bit of, played a bit of Marvel Snap, did some Hearthstone. Like trading card games have always been like a big passion for me. So I would say that I'm like a pretty knowledgeable like card game player in general, but I won't claim to be an expert on like much aside from like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh really.
That kind of like follows like my path too. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
A little bit of shake up, like, I didn't start playing Magic until I was in college, but overall, like, I think that follows pretty much the same kind of path for me too. Ah, man, card games.
Love card games, man. Love
Love
card
card games.
games.
I love card games, dude. I like put it in perspective. I have chaotic cards, Powerline Ultra cards, Kingdom Hearts cards, Pokemon cards, Magic cards, all within touching distance. Like there's more. There's more somewhere. Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, like it's.
I only have chaotic cards on my desk right now. I try and keep my desk a little bit clean, but it's still fucking cluttered.
Also, I got a pre-con for Christmas, so there's that too.
Hey, let's go big.
Yeah, I scrapped it for pieces, but.
All right, here's a question for you. So you're a commander player as well.
Yes.
If you had to pick one tricolor combination for Magic, what would you say your favorite like wedge or shard is?
Grixis?
Oh, yeah.
Red, blue, black. Yeah. I'd probably say Grixis. There's an argument to be made for Jeskai because like there are some like white play styles I do enjoy. I like Enchantress kind of like style decks, and I feel like white has like a solid like amount of those. So Jeskai, there's an argument to be made for Jeskai, but I'd probably say Grixis would probably be like the best one for me.
That's valid. I'd say I'm probably Grixis or Esper. I'm leaning more towards Esper right now.
I need a new co-host, guys. Looking for a new co-host.
I like playing Control and Commander, dude. I don't play stacks or anything. Like Magic, I'm very anti-Floodgate.
I can't really talk trash because I literally, as in quite literally yesterday, just finished my brewback. Persistent petitioners. So I can't really say anything.
He's doing that.
Like I mean,
yeah.
But
no, man, it's fun playing Control and Commander because like 1v1, like I get why people like get butthurt about like playing against Control 1v1, but like when you're playing 1v3, like it's so much harder to like actually play a Control game that it's like it feels rewarding when you get to do it like without playing like degenerate stacks pieces.
This guy has never had to police an entire table. You can tell that right now. Like you can tell.
Oh, dude, that's all I do. Dude,
Nobody
runs board wipes. Nobody runs spot removal. Everyone is so fucking greedy. They don't pay for Ristic.
Bro,
like
I play Voltron. Okay, I like one of my main decks right now is Voltron SRAM, right? And I am the only one ever. I play 8 forms of targeted removal. 8, and I am the only one ever fucking locking the fuck in and destroying threatening creatures.
It's insane to me how little people play removal. Like it's actually crazy.
Dude, for real. And then like they'll like play like 5 board wipes instead of like 1 form of targeted removal. It's like
that's fine though.
It's like
that's fine. I'm not mad at that because like I feel like a lot of the time, you know, somebody will have a tutor and there will be like a really disgusting board. I'm like, oh, thank God, you can go get Toxic Deluge or something. They're like, oh, I don't have any board wipes in my deck.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like, you don't have any board wipes in your deck?
That's
like,
insane.
What?
Like I have 2 decks I don't have any board wipes in. One is mono green. There's not.
Sure.
Like
Azorius Predation.
But yeah. There's like 1 or 2. You can probably find like 3 total obscure board wipes outside of like.
Yeah.
And then the other is just straight up just Joyra. Like it's Joyra Weatherlight Captain, just combo off, draw your entire deck in the game in like 1 turn, right? Those are the only 2 like decks I have without board wipes. I can't imagine. Oh, well, I guess 3 because I do have a deck that just wins on turn 4. And it just like it cannot function with board wipes in it.
Sure.
It's Layla Blade Reforged.
Yeah.
The stupid gimmick where it's
I know
every card is cascade in the deck, and it just cascades into a 3-drop thing that gives you you get what I mean. Very stupid deck. But for the most part, like I can't imagine not having like 2 to 3 board wipes and then like 8 forms of target removal. That's just absolutely.
Well, see, and that's why I like Espers. You have the best removal. You get all that like premium like Orzhov removal. You get the Anguished Unmaking. You get the Fracture. You get the Despark. You get the Vindicate. Like all of that stuff.
Counter spells like
all the best counter spells. You get all the best board wipes. Like every possible board wipe you could want. You get the Graveyard Hate. You get everything, baby. Oh man. It is a wet dream for a control
uh,
player. I love Esper.
all the stacks pieces, all the
Nope, not that. Not that.
oh
I
yeah,
don't play any stacks. I don't play
that's
any
an Esper,
stacks.
bro. You can't just pick and
Not
choose. It's an
me.
Esper, bro. I mean,
Not me, man. It's not how I play, baby. I want everyone to be able to play the game. I'm never going to do anything to stop you from playing the game, but I will answer threats if there are threats that need to be answered.
I am building a Pillow Fort deck around Pramnico. I don't know if you know what that is. It's the wall that comes into play. Choose left or right.
Oh,
Players...
Pramicon?
Yeah, Pramnicon.
Yeah.
I'm building that, and it's like I want so badly to throw stacks pieces in there because I'm like, oh,
I
it's
bet you do.
in color. Well, I'm doing the 32 deck challenge, and I don't have a stacks deck, and I didn't pick a stacks deck, so I'm like, it's in color. It's. I can totally
I just
do
don't
it.
like stacks.
It's disgusting.
I've never enjoyed playing it. I've never enjoyed playing against it. Like,
don't get me.
We're sitting down to play the game. Can we just do that?
Like, I don't get me wrong. It's gross, but like, at the same time, like, if I have one of every other deck, I have an infect deck. I have a Voltron deck.
Boo.
I have a 1/1 counter deck. I have a combo deck. I have a control deck. I have a tempo deck. I'm missing a stacks deck.
Yeah, I don't know. I've built a stacks deck, not for myself, but for my younger brother. He was getting into Commander, and he was at a table where like one guy's playing Atraxa Super Friends, and one guy's playing Krenko Goblin Tribal, and one guy's playing like what's his name, like Brago or whatever. And he's like, I need something to be able to compete with these people.
Yeah, no,
and I was like, all right, man, I got you.
Yeah, no, if you're playing against that stuff, stacks is off the table. Like, that's on the table. That's 100% on
Right.
the table.
And
Like,
it's like if everybody's rolling up here with sweat, like I'll help you out, man. I built him like a Lavinia stacks deck.
How long ago was it? Like 5 years, 6 years ago? So like back when like
Yeah.
Krinko wasn't power crept.
Yep. Yeah.
Dude, I see
something like that.
I see a Krinko now, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. Anyways.
Krenko to me, and this is maybe a hot take from me, Krenko is the most boring bitch commander you can possibly play. If I see somebody rolling up with Krenko and it's not their first time playing it, where they're like, oh yeah, I play this every week, I'm like, oh, you suck. Like, you need to play anything else, because that deck, it plays on autopilot. You can give that deck to a monkey and they can play it.
See, it's actually one of my favorite mono commanders, but then again, I just hate mono-colored commanders in general. But like,
I love monocolored commanders, but Krenko's fucking so boring, dude.
For me, it was more of the go wide than it was the whole combo untap, like tap untap, like mana echoes and no.
Oh sure,
for me it was
I'm not doing any of that.
For me, it was like the go wide with like ringleader and like just like making a bunch of goblins, and then like, well, like one board wipe just kills that entire play strat. Like that playstyle entirely sucks.
That's so many like go wide decks. Like you could say that about like an elf ball deck too, but I still think elf ball is disgusting.
Yeah,
I actually played an elf ball deck last night because I wanted to try out that new Lorwyn Legend High Perfect Morcant.
But
I was like, oh, this is fun.
Elf ball's in green, so it can recover from a board wipe. Like whereas like mono red doesn't have draw.
Hypothetically.
I mean, it has Harmonize, it has Greater Good, which I guess technically
Greater
Good doesn't really help, but it doesn't hurt. I mean, like it has Beast Whisper, it has
card draw for sure. But I mean, I would say red does now too these days with all the impulse draw that red has.
Yeah, but that's until the end of the turn. Like
that's all you need. All your goblins are like 1 or 2 mana.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to replay Krinko, and then like you're also gonna have to play another card. Realistically speaking, you're gonna miss like 1 to 2 land drops. I mean, it's a pitfall of any like go wide token deck, but I just think Krenko's so boring because like it literally doesn't matter what goblins are in your deck. Like, the cards in the 99 don't matter as long as they have typeline goblin. That's all that matters. Yeah.
Like I built Krenko like intentionally like really low power, like just with a bunch of like draft chaff, like terrible goblins, like goblin hot air balloon squad or whatever.
Oh yeah, but there's just some commanders where you can build them like low powered and they'll still turn out super high powered.
Yeah, like, Krenko is just like baby's first commander. I just think he's so lame and boring. It's like a Traxa.
Like I built Joyer Voltron once, and I was like, and I kept telling my play group, I was like, it's fine, it's just Voltron. It's like, it's not like it's gonna be super strong. And then like turn like 6, I'm like swinging for like 40 damage, and I'm like, it's Voltron. Why did this work? This shouldn't have worked. And just the amount of like mana rocks you can put out, just the amount of like like Voltron art equipment you could like grab, and that's like. It's just, that sucked. It just feels bad, like when you like find a commander you just click with, and then it's just like, it's just one was just too strong, you know?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, there's plenty of decks where I played them one time and I'm like, well, all right, I did that. I'm never gonna do it again. That wasn't fun for me. Didn't, and then that's how I felt when I won last night with that elf ball deck. It was like, all right, well, I played elves all right. Uh, we'll play another one. I'll do something else. Like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, you can win with it, but like, it's not satisfying for me.
Oh yeah, I built Trays in the Infinite, and it's like, do you know Trays in the Infinite from the Warhammer 40k set?
Uh,
So it has all activated ability as well artifacts in your graveyard.
seems good. It's like
So
a necrotic ooze for artifacts.
yeah, and so it's you like pitch Dreamstone Hedron with an Entomb or something like an Entomb kind of effect, and then you can pitch one of the untap for two guys, one of the untap for two like artifact creatures, and you just have infinite mana, and it's just so easy to do it, and it's just like it's so god awful. And then there's a card called Patchwork Gnomes, and I love it so much because it's like the most jank, garbage, draft shaft bullshit ever. And
Yeah,
it is
I
like,
know it.
and it's just essentially a discard outlet. It just lets you discard a card, and
Yeah,
it's
it's great.
it's an artifact. I love it. And so just get it in the discard pile. It's like, oh cool, I can just do whatever I want now. And it's like that deck was so fun the first time,
Hmm.
and then the second time it was like, okay, well, let me explain this because you're not going to let me do it otherwise. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to destroy your commander. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to go infinite on mana in this in response, and then I'm going to play my commander, and then I'm going to equip it with Swift Boots. I'm going to do it again anyways. I don't care. Like, just
Yeah. See, that's lame. I don't do any
yeah.
infinite combos. I refuse to play anything that goes infinite. Like I'll intentionally like leave good cards out of a deck. Like I'm not gonna play Gravecrawler. I'm not gonna play like anything like any of the broken mana rocks that you can combo with because I don't even want to accidentally like have the option to do it. Like I'm good, man. I don't need to win that way.
See, I've removed all of my infinites from like every deck I own. Like, I guess technically, Joyra has an infinite in there. It's an infinite cast and ETB trigger, um, which will result in winning the game. Like guaranteed the second you hit it. You don't even have to like go through the motions. It's just okay, I'll explain what I'm doing. I win the game. Like game's over. Um, but like every other one of my decks, I just scrapped them all. That if they had an infinite, because I was like, this is just not fun for me, and like everybody seems to hate it at the end of the day. It's like let's just get rid
Yeah.
of it. Um, it sucks.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, I never have fun doing it. I never have fun watching it. It's like, all right, well, I guess. Like, it's not like a satisfying conclusion to any game. Like, unless you're playing like CEDH, I guess, and everybody's doing that, then yeah, you guys go have fun in your corner.
Yeah.
Have at it. But it's never satisfying. Like, I remember like last year, I was in a game. It was a long game. It went on for like 3 hours or something and a lot of back and forth. It was down to like me and the last guy, like we were right down, we were both like under 10 life or something, like could go either way. And he like drew Emil the Blast and just went infinite and won, and everyone's like, oh, okay,
Anticlimactic.
yeah, it's like I guess so, sure. And nobody was happy. He wasn't happy about it. Nobody was happy about it. It's like, don't put it in your deck, bro. Like, it's not gonna lead to any fun stories.
I think there's only
That's
ever been one scenario where I've gone infinite, and everybody was just okay with it. Um, well, I lied. I technically do have an infinite in my deck right now. In the Brewvac deck, I have Icecron, Dramatic Reversal, and Soul Ring, which is technically an infinite. My bad. I lied. Um, all three of those cards belong in that deck, regardless of the possibility of an infinite, though. So that changes nothing.
sure.
I swear I'm a good person. I swear. If I keep telling myself that, it'll be true one day. um, but no, I think there's only been one time where I went infinite, and I had to dig for, and everybody was like, okay, that was pretty hype, and I had to dig for the infinite. It was like somebody was attacking me, and I had to activate a card to look at the top 6 cards of my deck to play. It was a Aetherflux something. Pay 6 energy. Look at the top 6 cards of your library, and then you can cast one without paying its mana cost. Put the bottom in any order. And I somehow looped it like 4 times, into an infinite on my opponent's turn when I was being attacked for lethal.
Okay.
And it was like pure
That's cool.
RNG, pure chance, and they were like, okay, I'm not mad at that. That was actually pretty hype, because, like, the ability to do that, it was like I got Clock of Omens, I was able to untap the artifact to do it again, and I was able to have just enough energy to just barely, like, whiff out an infinite. And they were like, I'm not mad at that. That was actually deserved. That was earned. And I was like, proud of that. Proud of the fact that I saw that path, and, like, I saw the ability to do that, and I'm proud of that, but, like, I scrapped the deck the very next night.
Really? Yeah.
I was like, the fact I went infinite on my opponent's turn during their, like, combat, I was like, I feel horrible. I was like, I can't do that again. That was just felt wrong.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Still pretty cool though. I wouldn't hate on that
Yeah.
necessarily.
It was one of those scenarios too, where it was like the infinite was like super. It was like a 6-card infinite, and I was like, and it was like I had a mana reducer for artifacts on board. I had Ashnod, or I was able to get Ashnods, and I was able to get Near Retriever and Scrap Trawler. And then I had I had an artifact that gives me all my creatures splash. So I flashed them all in, giving me infinite energy, giving me, and then also I had, and then I used Clock of Omens essentially to untap the thing until I got Firebrand Archer. And it was like legit, just like the most like stupid way ever to win a game of Commander. And I was like,
Sure.
Dude, this is absolutely dumb. It was garbage.
Artifact decks can do that, man. They just kind of, you have enough pieces in there, and sometimes you just get enough of them on the board.
It's fun. It's really fun until it's not. And then it's like, it's just repetitive at a certain point. Which sucks.
That's how I feel about like those combo pieces in artifact decks. Like, I'll only run like a couple of them, and I'll intentionally not include the ones that combo together, because it's like, I've done it before. Yeah, sure, it's fine, but like it just feels so samey, Like when I build a new deck, I don't want it to just be the same deck that I've played before with a different guy in the command zone,
Yeah, same. That's why like I was like, whenever I went to go do the 32 deck challenge, I was like, I want every single one of my commanders to do something different than every other commander that I have. And I think I only have 2 commanders that play the exact same. And that's because it's John Benton, Sergeant, Drill Sergeant. Whenever he has trample and haste whenever he inflicts damage to an opponent, you and that player each draw that many cards. And then Feather the Redeemed, which is whenever as flying, whenever you target it with a spell, exile that spell, and copy it, and then cast that copy without paying its mana cost, add the card back to your hand at the end step.
There's one of those commanders where like she looks really fun, but I feel like I would get bored of playing her after the first game.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fully expecting to hate this deck. I'm not gonna lie. I just hate Boros.
You hate what?
I just hate Boros. I don't like playing Boros. So whenever I was like looking at a deck, I was like, which deck's the cheapest? I was like, let me just like grab the deck that's not going to cost a lot of money. And I headed down to just Wynoth, or I think his name is Wynoth. It's whenever he attacks.
Yeah, Wyclef, I think. He like draws for each equipment on him.
Yeah, and then it was down to and Feather, and I was like, I have SRAM. I don't need another Voltron deck, and even then, it's going to cost a shit ton of money because I have to get the swords, and it's just ugh.
Yeah.
So I went with Feather because like Feather, every card is like 10 cents. Like
right, yeah, you're playing like common and uncommon, like 1-drops.
Yeah, so I was like, so it's not a deck I'm proud that I'm going to be playing, but like it's just to fulfill the deck challenge,
It's good. I've seen it played a number of times. It's a good deck for sure. I just feel like I would have fun with it maybe once and then not really want to play it again.
Yeah, I'm not expecting to have fun with it even once. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think Boros probably is my least favorite 2-color combo.
There's just no like fun Boros commanders.
There's a couple. Like I built recently, or not too recently. I think it's called like General like Ferris, like Rockruff or some shit like that. He's like a little 3-drop guy from I think the first Modern Horizon set. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, you make a 4/4 golem.
See, I was looking at the one that whenever you gain life due to a spell, you deal that much damage.
That's like Fire Song and Sunspeaker.
Yeah, I was looking at that one and I was like, that just sounds toxic though.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I mean, just turning all your damaging spells into Lightning Helix, pretty strong.
Yeah,
But
Just
no, I like that deck because I'm just playing a lot of jank, because you want to the entire deck is just 2-color spells. Like I don't think I have any monocolored spells in the deck. Just everything I cast is making me golems.
that's fair. That's
Um,
fair.
I built a deck kind of like that recently. Like on the topic of like decks that kind of feel samey, and it like bums me out. I built a shrine deck many moons ago,
Oh.
before Ghost Shintai came out. I was playing
Oh.
like Sisei, like 5-color shrine tribal.
Oh.
Well, no, this is before Ghost Shintai. This is
Oh.
before all the new like Sanctum shrines and all the new Avatar shrines. It was back when it was just the Kamigawa shrines, and I was like, oh,
as
these are janky.
as somebody who is grinding Brawl on MTG Arena, ew.
It was cool. It
I'm
was
so,
cool.
I'm so tired of the word shrine. If I never see the word shrine for the rest of my life, I would die a happy man.
Yeah. But I built that deck a long time ago, and then Ghost Shintai came out, and I updated it because I'm like, oh shit, Shrine support, let's go big. This like terrible like mechanic is like finally good, and it is really good now. And it's even better now that Avatar gave all the new shrines. But I was looking through commanders from Avatar, and I saw Hey Bye Forest Guardian. I don't know if you're familiar with that card or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And so I saw that and I was like, I'm not going to build another shrine deck with this because it looks boring. But the second part of the effect, where like you can pay 5 and tap him to make spirits for each legendary enchantment you control, I'm like, yo, you just make an army of unblockable 1/1s. Like that's kind of fucking sweet.
The see the
And so
see the
I
reason.
built him like legendary enchantment tribal. So every card in the deck is a legendary enchantment. There's no instants, no sorceries, no artifacts, like nothing that's not a legendary enchantment. Um, and it's pretty fun. But I'm putting all the shrines are in there because he gets you a shrine on ETB, and I'm like, might as well. Like they're also all legendary enchantments.
The reason he's
But there's
boring is that
just so many of them that it just like it like overpowers the flavor of the rest of the deck. Where I'm like, do I cut all these out? Like I don't know, man.
the reason I hate that deck so much is because like when he ETBs, he gets you a shrine that gets you shrines because there's a 5-color shrine that gets you every other shrine. And
That's luck
God,
of the draw. He reveals until he hits one. You can get Sanctum of All if you get lucky,
I
but
don't
it's less likely in Commander.
I don't care. It still sucks. I hate it.
Yeah. No, Sanctum of All goes crazy, man.
I hate that card
Card's
so much.
nuts.
I hate that card so much. It's just
I like it when I play it.
it's singleton. You should. Well, I like Krinko when I play it, but that doesn't mean it's good.
I don't like Krenko when I play it. Like I said, I had a Krenko deck. I built like shitty, like like garbage bin Krenko, and it was just so boring and samey. I took it apart.
It does kind of like get oppressive. Like I remember whenever I cut like all the infinites because all my friends were like, just cut the infinites from there and it'll be better and we'll enjoy playing it. Like we randomly paired into somebody. Like we went to locals and there was a random guy there. We played him, and he played Intruder Alarm. And I was like, and I looked at him
Sure.
and I was like,
Seems broken.
and I was like, wait, do I just win?
Right, you're gonna let me do this?
And
Okay.
he was like, no, all your creatures don't untap. And I was like, okay, you're in step by tap Krinko, make goblins, untap Krinko due to intruder alarm, tap Krinko, make goblins. He was like, wait.
Yeah, it's a symmetrical effect, buddy. It is symmetrical.
He's so easy to go infinite with. It's like even
Krenko's
if you're,
so dumb, man.
if your opponent plays cards, you go infinite. It's awesome.
No, I got so bored of him that I took him apart, and then I built Zada Hedron Grinder because I'm like, all right.
You're bored of Krinko, but you
Well,
built Zada.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay.
And so I built Zada, and I was like, oh, like this looks cool. You get to copy all your spells onto everybody else. Like that's a cool go wide deck. And then I played that like twice, and I was like, oh no, this is the same. This is also equally as boring. Like,
if you've
it
played,
does the exact same thing every game.
if you've played Zada, you've played Feather. Like they play the exact same. Like one of my friends,
Yeah.
he cut his he destroyed his Zada deck and put it into Feather, and he was like I just didn't like Zada that much. It felt so samey every single game. And then he like took all his cards out of Zada and put it into Feather. And he had the same reaction after 2 games of playing Feather. He was like,
I bet.
so this is what happens when your entire deck is cantrips.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, it's just not really a play pattern that I like, man. I don't know. Like what I like about Commander is that it's a 100 card singleton deck, so there's a lot of variance in the way decks play, right? Like if you're playing like a 60 card deck, like it's gonna play pretty similarly every game. You know, you're running like full play sets of all the main cards in the deck. You're playing the same cards every game, like, and that's fun sometimes. But what I like about Commander is the variance, and like decks like that are like so low variance are just like not fun at all to me, and kind of like against the spirit of the format a little bit.
See, I'm not gonna lie, I actually hate playing Commander. Because the part that I enjoy about it the most is the political and social aspect.
Oh, that's the best part.
Yeah, yeah. I genuinely like I hate the concept of singleton constructed because it's like decks are built to like the card games are designed to be consistent and have consistency. Um, so removing the consistency always like feels like it's like a purposeful like slap in the face to the game itself. But then, like, you add in that social and political aspect where it's like, like you can make deals, you can talk your way out of like getting killed, you can like, do all these varied things to like, keep yourself in the game a little bit longer, and I like that aspect a lot more, like versus, you know, except for the fact that my playgroup doesn't listen to me anymore. Apparently, I'm Faustian. I am of the Fae. I am the devil in the details. I don't know what any of these words mean, but they are the words that I am called daily.
No, I get that. I've been lobbed with similar accusations in the past.
Dude,
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just pay condition to the terms of the agreement. I'm never gonna break my bond. My word is my bond. Whatever I
bro,
agree to, I'll hold to that agreement. But just be very clear about what your terms are when you're making a deal.
oh yeah, I've had it blown up in my face at least once. Actually,
Oh, for sure.
only ever once. It
I've
it was
lost games
relatively
because I've
recent.
made a bad deal.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, this player is goading all of our creatures. Whenever we let him untap, so let's just kill him, and everybody gets an untap phase after he dies.
Yep.
The player before me killed him, and so true to my word, instead of killing him, I passed turn and let everybody else untap.
Mm-hmm.
And then he immediately just turned around and murked me, and I was like, and like you could see lethal on my board towards him, and I was like, but because agreed, everybody gets an untap step. I lost for it.
Yeah.
But I was true to my word. But then you have other players who like they just ignore the whole social contract thing, and it's like they'll lie to you about the cards in their hand. They'll be like I'll be like, do you have a counter spell? And they'll be like, instead of going like like I don't know, they'll be like no, no.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well then I guess I'll kill the threat, and and then it passes to you, and you're like, okay, well I'm gonna cast a creature, and they'll be like counter spell. It's like,
You're allowed to lie in Magic. You're not allowed to lie in Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah,
But
it's
you're allowed to lie in Magic.
it's the social aspect of like a casual game. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
it's like I keep I stay true to my word. I don't tell a lie to you during the game. Like I may like like Faustian a bit, but like I don't lie. It's like so for
Right.
you to be like, this guy has game winning spell on the board. You pass priority to me because you're like, I don't have a counter spell. It's like I could just like let this resolve if I don't have like this spell resolves if I don't have a counter spell, or if I don't have like a way to answer the problem, right? And it's like you risk losing the game by not playing the counter spell.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, I
like,
mean it's a risky move.
I
I mean
don't
I've
I don't even think it's
done
risky.
similar things
I
before
think
where
it's
it's
a stupid
like,
move.
do I hold this or do I use it now? Like, do I think somebody else at the table can address this problem for me and let me keep my counter spell? Like, I've walked that line before. Sometimes you got to take a risk.
I don't think it's worth the risk. I think like a game winning combo like on board like just I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, it depends on the game. Depends on the game.
Get a little bit more back on track, but also still kind of segueing like from the multiplayer aspect. Chaotic multiplayer. Do you think it could happen? Because like the way I see it, I don't think it could work in the way the rules currently are. I don't think that there's a way to make that work.
I think it could. Yeah, I mean, and I think I threw out like a suggestion like during this last Codemaster meeting. Like they could make it a 4-player game, just kind of like you'd have to introduce like a different like objective question mark into the game, kind of like how like Marvel Snap does it, where like because chaotic already has locations, If you have like a four, because like the thing about a 4-player game you'd have to think about is what does the battle board look like, you know? Like 1-player battle board is very easy, 2 armies head to head, right? 4 players, like you would have like, you know, 4 different like people making like a cube almost with like a dead space in the center, right? um, is what I would imagine a 4-player battle board would look like. And I think that what would be in the center would maybe be like different locations that people are fighting for control over, you know, where like a 4-player game could have like multiple win conditions. You know, the win condition could be the last player standing, you know, all of your opponent's other creatures are taken out. Or it could be, you know, like King of the Hill type thing, like control all the, you know, 4 locations in the center of the board. Or it could be like whatever, you know, I mean, there could be like sub rules or even like new like decks that are introduced, like plane chase and magic type thing, right? I think there's a lot of like play space that they have to take the existing like game pieces from Chaotic and make a 4-player format that's not going to be the same as 1v1, but I think could incorporate a lot of fun elements from like the lore and the show and like and do some really cool stuff that would make it like a really interactive, like almost like a board game type experience with the Chaotic like game pieces.
I kind of think a King of the Hill style would fit it perfectly, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think the bigger issue would be like the social aspect could like kind of screw stuff over. Let's say like you, me, Dumashi, and I'm trying to think of people who actually who actively play the game. I'm sorry, and Jovanator
Taiga.
and Jovanator.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go Taiga. Yeah, Taiga. Let's say you, me, Taiga, and Dumashi are playing, right? I'm the odd man out there. Let me be honest with you. Ah,
What do you mean?
well, I'm xenophobic as fuck.
Oh, that's true. There you are. He's been talking a lot about Somalis recently.
Hold up! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
You heard it here, folks.
Maybe you're having a little too much to drink, brother.
No, I haven't even gotten started yet, baby.
No, I mean in game, bro, in game, Danians,
No,
Danians.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Listen, man, you weren't supposed to tell people about the whole Somali thing. Those were jokes. Those were jokes. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's okay for me to say
put you on
racist.
blast every now and then.
It's okay for me to say racist things in Perim, not in the real world.
Then you better stop saying them.
Hey. I've only used the word clinker twice now. Twice.
Hey, watch out. I love AI. I would never say anything mean about AI.
Same. I am obviously talking about the robots who are impersonating AI. They are inferior to AI in every way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course, you were talking about the British science fiction series Leviathan is what you were talking about, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
About the Austro-Hungarians and Germans. The derogatory term the Darwinists use for them are clankers. That's what you were referring to.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just going with it because it sounds better than whatever I was saying.
Yeah, you're a good science fiction series.
But no, I forgot where we were. Oh yeah, but like I think like it could lead to like, you know, like one player just kind of sitting there doing nothing. Granted, that's always a social aspect. You like that happens in Commander too. You know, like my play group is like the perfect embodiment of that. You know, if I win a game, I can't win the next like 5 games. That's just how it is, right? But I feel like in Chaotic you're more susceptible to that because like, you know, player 1 marksman prep, player 2 plasma arrow, player 3, you know, whirling whale, your creature's dead. Like it's just dead. Like it doesn't take those 3, you know, and just, you know, stay standing, you know.
My thought for like a 4-player game is, you know, and I think the most interesting way to do a 4-player Chaotic would be to have like multiple different win conditions, right? So like I said, like maybe like the capture the flag, like controlling locations is one win condition. Like being like militaristic and taking out all of your opponent's armies is another win condition. Another win condition could be like researching the Cothica or something, right? Like on your turn, instead of like declaring combat on a creature, you can have one creature like research the Cothica, and you like, you know, depending on your wisdom stat, you make like a certain amount of progress towards research or whatever, right? So like there would be different play styles. Maybe one guy's going for a Cothica win con, and you have to like try and assault his army to stop him from like getting enough research done. Or like one person's going for like a King of the Hill win, and they're trying to control the locations, and so you have to like maneuver on the battle board to try and stop him from gaining all the locations. Or one person is like going on a tear with war beasts and just taking out everybody's armies, and so everyone at the table has to like work together to like take out his conjurers or whatever. Like I think that would be like really, really fun and like dynamic and different every game.
Have you ever played Civ? You sound like you enjoy Civ.
I've played a little bit of Civ, but I wouldn't really say that I like have a breadth of knowledge about that game.
That sounds exactly like how you describe like Civ. That literally exactly how you describe Civ.
Yeah, I think that would be super cool, and I think that like it works from a lore perspective, and I think it would be like a really like fun, like dynamic, like 4-player game experience.
All right, Gannon, take notes. Take notes.
Hey, I think it would be fun.
Take notes. Get your dev team on this, Gannon.
Well, I assume that they're working on something, like not necessarily anything down the line of what I'm talking about, but I can only assume that with the relaunch, they're thinking about multiplayer formats.
Yeah.
Like Commander has become the like premier format for Magic now.
And then with Riftbound introducing itself with multiplayer,
Yeah, I can only imagine that's something they're thinking about too. Like they gotta be talking about like a multiplayer format for the re-release of the game.
I mean, every game kind of like needs to be introduced in multiplayer. Even Pokemon has a multiplayer format. Nobody ever plays it, but even Pokemon does have a multiplayer format.
Yu-Gi-Oh had one for a while. It was called what, like Cross Duel?
Oh,
you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even last.
That one didn't last, but
it didn't get a year, bro.
But I think it's something that they should think about, and I think it's something they really could like stick the landing on. That would be really cool and fun.
I mean, if the original developers for Chaotic come back, like a lot of them have gone on to have like monumentous careers, especially involving like Magic the Gathering. So I think like honestly, I think like the team that like that would have been brought back onto it if it was the original team, I feel like they definitely could make like a solid like multiplayer format. One of the developers for Magic, they ended up one of the developers for Chaotic, they ended up making Kaladesh. They were the lead designer for Kaladesh, which
cool set.
Yeah, one of my favorite characters is from Kaladesh. So like I was pretty hyped to find that out because I was like,
who is it?
Saheeli.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so Saheeli is like I love her idea of competitiveness and like her like her integrity. I like that a lot. So I like Saheeli a lot.
Nice.
Yeah. That yeah, so but yeah, I was like I honestly think like if they like bring in any amount of the amount of people like on the original Chaotic team, I could definitely see like a multiplayer fixation being on there because like they all went on to have pretty solid careers in Magic the Gathering. So
I think it's like I'm not gonna say necessary, but I think it should be like a priority for them to be thinking about something like that. And I think that especially with the unique like play space that the Chaotic TCG exists in, where it's kind of like a hybrid between like a card game and a board game in a way, just the way the battle board's set up. I think that's like a really unique thing that they should lean into, like that board game like play space. As far as a multiplayer format, I think there's some really cool stuff you could do there.
I think with the digital aspect, it's going to be hard to split the player base into like two separate groups, like from the initial relaunch. I feel like if they're gonna add it to digital, they should wait until after the initial relaunch has gotten like some speed, because otherwise people are gonna be queuing into like general standard play, and that's like nobody's gonna be in there because there's 4 people in the multiplayer format. So
right. Now I feel like if they were gonna do like a digital client version of like a 4-player format, it would almost have to be its own thing. Like I feel like a 1v1 client, it should just be kind of holistic for like 1v1 gameplay. Like I feel like I don't know. I mean, with the way that they have things up with battle drums, you could just have a battle drum that's just for 4-player games. Like I guess that could be fine.
That's fair.
It would just be like a whole lot more like they'd have to do on the back end to accommodate that.
That's fair. Now we are approaching the 2-hour mark for this recording session. And I told you we're gonna try to keep it around the hour and a half to 2 hours, so like you could actually get sleep because we both came into this yawning.
Just one of those days, man. It's just a Saturday.
Break the fourth wall real quick. We both came into this yawning. So do you have any questions you want to ask me? Because I don't really talk much about myself. I think I don't know. Maybe sometimes.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Um,
Here's one. What got you to want to start making content? Did you start with chaotic content, or was there something else that you started with first as far as content creation?
so I started content. I want to say my first video was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Which Jesus, I want to say that's right. Might have been Pokemon. Um, but what's got me started was one of my best friends. To this day, still love him to death. He is one of the greatest men I ever know. Named Mikey Method is his most recent handle. He had me on his stream, and people really liked how I did commentary. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I should try to like make videos of my own, because like, people are showing up to his chat, and they're getting upset when I'm not in the call, because like, I just brought that kind of like vibe with the commentary, and that's what really got me started making content. And I want to say it was Duel Links videos where I started off with. It may have been Pokemon, but I didn't have a capture card, so I don't think it was Pokemon. I think it was Duel Links, because I did have a solid way to record Duel Links videos. At the time, I was one of the top ranked Duel Links players. I was in like the top 500 pretty consistently, which that was in its like original zenith, like when Weevil Underwood was like the deck. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you played Duel Links back in its original.
I played a lot back then.
Yeah.
That was like pretty much all I did when Duel Links first came out. I was like, this is fucking rad. Did I play Yu-Gi-Oh like at work? Let's go.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. I was like literally at work or on the bus or at Starbucks, just like constantly playing Duel Links. I was in love with it.
That's a game you can easily just lose a day in.
Dude,
like,
for real. Especially
it's so easy.
Especially if I haven't played in a while. Like, I have lost so much time to just trying to catch all my characters back up to like the most recent level cap increase.
Oh,
Like...
same, dude. Yeah, I mean, especially because there's like what, like 9 different worlds now you can swap between, and
yeah.
like,
and they're adding a new one if they haven't already. And I'm like, dude, I would want to get back into it, especially.
I just got back into it a couple weeks ago, and yeah, it's so easy to just spend your entire weekend doing that,
Yeah.
and pretty fun too. I've had a lot of fun playing Bee Trooper and Predaplant, man.
Yeah, no, it was like Kanga mentioned it in a video. Kanga mentioned it in the podcast, and I was like, "Ooh, I should go download that again."
It's fun. You should. It's a good time. I've been having a blast.
Yeah, especially with Rush Duels. Ooh, I just hate it. I just hate the financial system, like the monetary system, so predatory. I just hate that so much.
It's super predatory, yeah. But I mean, you can play for free. You just gotta be smart about what packs you go into.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I've not spent any money, and I got a pretty good Bee Trooper deck that like is stomping ranked duels.
Oh yeah, no, like I think I've spent maybe like $100 tops into it. It's probably less than that, and like I was always like I could always hit master rank whenever I tried, or King of Games rank whenever I tried. So, yeah, it was never really an issue for me monetarily. But it still sucks that it's so predatory, because like I'd love to master set everything else, like
right.
But,
you gotta have something there for the whales, the people that are just trying to get rid of their money.
But as for why I switched to chaotic, literally, so kind of like how you, which honestly I'm gonna take that as a sign that we're doing the right thing. Kind of like you, I swear to God, I was dreaming one night, and I dreamed of Chaor, and I hadn't watched Chaotic in like 5 years, and I dreamed of Chaor. There was like nothing in particular. I just saw like Chaor, and I woke up and I was like chaotic. And I was already on my way out of Alestrals, like as it was, like literally was about to do my last like tournament run if around then. And I was like Chaor, and that's why I started making chaotic content, was because it was just like something clicked in me, and I was like chaotic.
Yeah. No, I mean it's crazy how that can happen. I mean, that's literally what I mean. I dreamed and woke up and I was like, I gotta do this. Like that's all it is.
It was legit, just like literally just happened. Like I was just like, I have to do it. I don't have an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's yeah.
How long have you been making content now?
I probably started good content. I haven't started yet.
Just at all. Just at all.
In general, I would probably say 14 years.
Yeah.
No, it would no. That's no, I'm not that old. 12 years, about 12 years, 11 to 12 years.
Was that consistent? Like for 12 years you've been like
No, no,
consistently okay.
no. I started. If we're talking about consistently, it would have probably been about like 5 years ago, 5 6 years ago. But I've always. It wasn't until this last year where I was kind of like, let's like actually like figure out what I'm doing wrong. Let's work on like learning
Sure.
like thumbnails and stuff like that. I know my thumbnails are super low effort whenever it comes to like my gameplay matches and stuff like that. But like I know how to make thumbnails. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, let's figure out what I'm doing wrong. Try to hone in on like the niche a little bit more. Learn more about tags, which Kanga's kind of been helping a little bit with that. He's been doing research into what tags have been working for him and like letting us know whenever he finds a tag that's just been like explosive. I don't know if you saw him like following Google Trends a while ago. That's genuinely he is. I love him to death. He is so good at what he does.
That was great. I don't have the bandwidth for stuff like that, so I definitely hats off to people that do.
Yeah, he is hyper focused on like helping the chaotic community any way he can and figuring out where people are looking.
Great guy, and so handsome too.
Extremely handsome. Best of us all.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
No, I used to make I used to do like improv like sketch comedy type stuff like back in like middle school on a different channel. I still have access to that channel and I like to I don't like to show people it, but every now and then if my girlfriend wants to have something to make fun of me for, it's very embarrassing content of like a young middle school me that I can show her. But I used to do that back in the day, which is pretty fun. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've actually like made anything until this past year, so it's been a good time.
yeah, I think this last like 6 years have been like I've been making, but yeah, been awesome.
Right on, man. You said you're planning on doing like daily uploads. Is that starting next week or when does that start?
Yes, as of recording this, it's next week. I already have the first two videos. One of them is already uploaded. The second one is recorded. I need to listen it over, make sure I like it because like it's a deck explanation. I want to make sure it actually sounds good,
Yeah.
and that the audio is good. That I don't sound like death because I recorded it super early in the morning, and yeah. So it's going up next week or 2 days from now. 2 days from now, from recording. And then I'm about to record the episode breakdowns on Wednesday, for Wednesday, the second we leave this call, essentially.
Yeah.
And then obviously Saturdays are going to be Odyssey, so because I'm not gonna I don't think I'm gonna be able to record like like an entire like week and a half worth of episodes in 1 week.
Nah, I was gonna say, man. Yeah, I mean, you got a pretty full schedule there. I respect it. It's hard for me to because I was doing daily content for a while, and it's just so hard to keep up with like working full time and still trying to have a social life and stuff. It's rough.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty much sacrificing my social life. I think the community, they deserve more than what I've been giving them. I feel like I should be giving more to the community considering the like how they met me with, and I feel horrible that I'll go and get drunk on Christmas Eve and instead of streaming, because I definitely could have streamed on Christmas Eve instead and like given to the community
Sure.
who was looking for chaotic, versus getting wasted with my friends. So I'm definitely gonna sacrifice a bit of my social life, not all of it, but a bit.
Yeah, you just gotta stream yourself getting wasted. It's easy.
Drunk chaotic
Everybody
streaming,
wins.
brother.
Yeah, hey, that's the
There-
thing. Every
wait,
time I
hold
lose a
on.
game, I take a drink.
I'm just saying, you and me recode stream every time a creature gets KO'd, take a shot.
Hey, man, I'm in. That sounds like fun to me, honestly.
Alright, dope.
No, I think that as a community, we got to do more of that, man. We got to do more collaborations. I feel like that's like the best way to like strengthen the community and like lift everybody up is like
Oh yeah, no,
They got to collab together, man. Like,
I agree. That's why I set up the Discord, because I was like we are all making content. We all like each other. We're all like, you know, working towards the betterment of like the chaotic community in general. And I was like, but all of us are so disorganized. I was like, you know, there's like 7 content creators that are making steady content that like even Kanga didn't know about. And I was like, that's just absolutely wild to me that, you know, like, because there's this guy, Talkative Carl. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned him quite a few times when I've talked to you. And he goes through the chaotic ultimate guide to everything, and he picks creatures, locations, different things, character assessments and stuff like that. And he does like overall character breakdowns, battle gear that we recommend using on a specific creature, locations for the creature, like super in-depth breakdown. And nobody knows about him, and I hate it because it's such a good in-depth analysis with breakdown.
yeah, that's good content.
I mean, like, not everything he says I agree with necessarily, like in terms of like, you know, like equipment to attach to battle gear and stuff, like battle gear to attach to your creature and everything, but overall, like, a lot of his videos are entertaining. There is value in them, and I like it a lot. But you know, we can't even get him in the Discord. I've messaged him on Instagram. I've replied to his videos. I've reached out to him in every way I could possibly think of, trying to get a hold of him to let him know, hey, there's a community here. We want to work with you. And he just hasn't seen it. It's kind of upsetting, not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Not everybody is into that type of thing.
Yeah, but it's still, it's like, you know, like I like that we have I like that there's more people that are like, you know, wanting to work together with other content creators and like, you know, make this community a thing, you know. I like that.
No, yeah, and I think that it's like a good thing for like new players too, right? Like the reason that I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh, because like I hadn't played Yu-Gi-Oh for so long until I started like randomly. I stumbled upon. I think that the reason I stumbled upon it was because I was watching Rustage's like One Piece D&D campaign, and Briggs. I think it was Briggs and Nuxanor started doing like a progression series, and I was like, cause I saw it because I was, you know, a fan of Briggs,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I found out about like Simo's progression series and started watching that, and that got me like fully back into Yu-Gi-Oh. I was like, all right, I want to do this now. And so like I feel like it's such a good way to get people into a card game is to like to like have friends hanging out and playing a game together and be like, yo, that looks fun, I want to do that, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's like a super important thing for like drawing new players into the game and the community and getting people involved and wanting to have fun with buddies, you know. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's why I was really excited whenever Taiga mentioned that they were to join the call, because I was like, dude, that's awesome. Like, you know, like, I love that, you know, we have content creators coming from outside the chaotic niche, you know, entering into our community, and they want to interact with like the chaotic community. I was like,
For sure.
this can only ever be good for the chaotic community. Which I love Taiga separately, all other reasons.
Yeah,
aside,
Tiger seems cool. I only
dude,
talked to him that one time during the last podcast, but yeah,
oh yeah,
very cool person.
him and I had been talking for a while. I knew he was going to be joining. I didn't know when, and then I kind of figured he was canceling whenever he didn't join, like super early on. And I was like, oh, I guess like he's just isn't going to be available. But we had been talking a bit before too, because we were talking a little bit about like our hopes for the reboot and DMs. And almost immediately afterwards, almost immediately after we ended the stream, I sent him a message, and I was like, dude, I didn't even realize your name, bro. Is it like based off this manga I read as a kid? And he was like, dude, is that manga good? And I was like, I liked it. I was like, I don't know if it holds up.
XXX Holic?
Yeah, that's not what it's based off of.
No, I kind of assumed it was. I like all those old like
was-
Clamp series, dude. Like Tsubasa
Dude.
Chronicle, XXX Holic, like all of those are
XX
dope.
was so good. I'm so glad I'm not the only person that knows about that series. No, I read it.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I read it when I was in high school, and I was like, oh my god, wait, Taiga, is this what your name is based off of? And he was like, no.
I feel like a lot of those old Clamp series are like kind of divisive. Like people, a lot of people that I know hate those character designs, like the super long limbs and big eyes and whatever. I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of iconic. Like
No.
I like the Clamp character design.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm kind of indifferent to most things when it comes to art style. For me, it's it's more story focused for things that I care about. Even
Sure.
when it comes to card games, like I'm not usually like one of the guys who's like, oh my god, this art's so good. It's more of like, you know, how functional is the card versus like if the card is like, you know, fucking trap tricks and they're like lollies, I don't give a shit if it's meta. Like I'll play it. Like I don't care. If it's like, you know, like stupid looking cards like Dino. What are those dinos where you like pay your life points to play effects?
Oh, Dinomorphia.
The ones that no the ones that look like doodles.
Oh, Doodle Beasts.
Yeah, yeah. If it's like Doodle Beast, I'll play them. I don't care. Like if it's what's meta, I'll play it. I really don't care.
Sure.
Like so whenever so for me it was more the story that I like kind of caught me on because it's like kid becomes indebted to a fortune teller and then like oh just it just spirals. It's such a good story. Such a good
No,
story.
it's great.
I need
Yeah,
to
it's a
read.
classic.
I need to read Tsubasa because I'm talking to Taiga
Dude,
about it.
you
Like
do. I
made me
love
like
Tsubasa Chronicle was like my favorite manga. I remember going to the library every week and like getting like the next volume. I love Tsubasa Chronicle. It's so much fun.
dude. I've never read Tsubasa. I got to the last two volumes of Holic and I couldn't find the last two volumes anywhere I looked because I wasn't like I didn't look online because I'm an idiot.
Mm.
And I was like never realized there was another series until I sat down to reread it like recently and like in the foreword it says you don't need to read Tsubasa, but they play along the same sides and I was like,
Yep.
well, now I need to read Tsubasa. What do you mean I don't need to read Tsubasa?
You need to read Tsubasa, dude. You should do that today. Read Tsubasa. It's so much fun. I love that series. That's got such a like soft place in my heart for Tsubasa. I love it.
I'll probably read it tomorrow because today is kind of like my recording day. So I'll probably read it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Fair enough.
But because tomorrow's I'm gonna have a lot less free time. My roommates are all gonna be here, and it's just gonna be like a lot less free time. But yeah, no, it's yeah. Yeah, no, Taiga was it was really sick to talk to Taiga. Let's finally talk to him in person, like over the phone. And I really hope that he sticks around and like keeps engaging with Chaotic, with his community, with our community, with the community. Because I feel like that can only ever be good for everybody, really, like especially Chaotic in general.
And he seems like he's got a lot of game knowledge. Like from talking in the call, like he seems pretty smart, knowledgeable, and good player, good assessment.
Oh yeah, no. Every time I stream, I check to see I get a little pop up icon of like who's watching like the Recode match. Dude, I swear to God, Taiga lives on Recode. It will be like 2 p.m. He's on Recode. It will be 8 p.m. He's on Recode. It'll be 2 a.m. He's on Recode. I don't know when that man sleeps. I don't know when he streams. Like I don't know when he goes to the bathroom because every time I'm in a match, Taiga's in Recode. I'm like, bro, what?
That's a real one, dude. That's a real one,
dude. He is dedicated. I respect the crap out of that. I respect the crap out of that. Like genuinely, he has a lot of love and passion for it, and I like genuinely. I love seeing the passion that people have for this game. Like it doesn't matter, there's this person I've talked about her like multiple times. Her name is Cothica Empress, is her most recent handle, and she, that like series, that when Peyton and Kaz they had that like mega match.
Yeah.
She made a mod in TTS.
Oh, I think you were telling me about this.
Yeah, where it's like that entire mega match where it's like 300 some odd creatures versus 300 some odd creatures. Yeah. Handmade everything. And it's like, the amount of love and dedication for the IP to have to make something like that, right? Is just outstanding, and then you have people like D Sandstorm. He says he hates this community. He says he doesn't hate the community. He hates Chaotic. He hates being here. He wants to leave. He's been trapped here for 17 years. We don't let him leave. He's been here since day one, and he's been a moderator for the backup forum since the game shut down. And he's like, dude, I just want out. I'm just tired. I just want out. Ganon keeps saying next with hold on, it'll be a minute, and then it never happens. I just want out. But
no, you're stuck here, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He also does all the bug fixes for Recode. He does all the ban list updates for Recode. He does he genuinely holds Chaotic together. The amount of love and passion, regardless of this whole I want out thing, you're stuck with us, man. I don't know if you're watching this, but you're stuck with us.
Well, and it's such a unique thing too, because it's like how many other dead games can say they have something like that, like a community like that, as soon as the official website and the forums go down, immediately there's a backup forum that fans have made, can't play online through like the client on the website, so the fans make like a new website that you can play online through, and like there's bandless support and an active community, and like how many other games can say that haven't received any like official support in like a decade? Like I don't think there's many.
Yeah, no, I don't. I can't think of a single one. Like you might be able to make an argument for like the original Bakugan with Baku Space. I don't know if
Sure,
you had ever heard of that. Because that was live for like 4 or 5 years after Bakugan died. But like I mean,
sure.
now we're talking like 15. Like that's just like genuinely our community is amazing. Like the amount of like love
No,
and passion.
it's such a unique community
Yeah.
with like really like great, passionate, dedicated people in it.
I came in and I was like, I kind of feel like a grifter because like now I know like like Ganon's like gonna pull through like this year, right? And like I'm like I kind of feel like a grifter because like I wasn't here where everyone else was, everyone else has been here since like 2014 when the game died, and it's like I'm like coming in at like 2023 and I'm like, hey guys, I'm making content for the game now, and it's like kind of feel like Loki like a grifter.
And no such thing, man.
uh,
And anybody who's passionate and loves the game, they're more than welcome here in the community.
Yeah, no, I'm not a grifter. Let me be abundantly clear, I'm not. But it's like it's like like hearing everybody's stories of like, oh, I used to play the game on like when it was on the online client, and I'm like, man. It's like
Did you never play on the client back in the day?
I have memory issues. I've talked a little bit about it. But I don't really bring it up much. I have memory
Sure.
issues. It took a pretty big blow to my head when I was like 17, 18, somewhere in that range, and so my long-term memory is absolutely cooked. So I actually don't know if I did or not. Sometimes I'll like have flashes of memories of like of like the port court login screen. So I'm
Okay.
assuming I did at one point, but like I'm not sure. For all I know, that could just be me like remembering like looking at a like the port court login screen on like a browser Google Images thing. I have no idea.
Sure.
I have no recollection of actually playing though, so I'm not entirely certain, which sucks because it's like I would love to be like, oh yeah, because I remember my friend having an Elixia, and that's about like as far as I remember whenever it comes to like like chaotic as a kid. I don't remember much else outside of that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't have any friends that played. I exclusively like interacted with the game, like playing with my brothers and like playing online. Like I remember getting home from school and like immediately going and logging into Chaotic and like checking what had gone on in the forum since I'd last been on, and then hopping into the port court and going and getting in some battle drum matches and every day, man. That was the first thing I did. I would play as long as I could until my mom kicked me off the computer. Because it was like back in the day where like there's only like the one home computer. It was like before everybody had like their own internet connected device.
Yeah. I think that might have been a reason as to why I don't have many memories of like chaotic, is because like we didn't have internet growing up. I think it wasn't until I was like 16 where we had stable access to internet. By then, like chaotic was on its way out.
Right.
But yeah, uh, yeah, yeah, that could be it too. Sorry. um, yeah. So you got any other questions for me? Or anything else you want to talk about? Or like,
Um,
bro, Catholic, bro. I have a Catholic, bro.
I don't know. Do I have any other questions for you? I don't know. I guess so you've mentioned a lot of like solo content that you want to make this year. Do you have any plans to do any collab like series or content or anything in the pipeline?
Yes and no. Kinda yes, no. So no, in the way of like currently, not really. Like I have concepts, like obviously the parent podcasts, obviously, and then like the Codemaster meetings, which that's more of like everybody's content, so it's not really mine. But the parent podcast, but then whenever I get to like certain kind of videos, I would like to have like guest stars on them.
Sure.
Like if like doing a video on Now or Never, I would love to have Kinga like feature on that.
Absolutely.
Doing I think more with the list style videos, because I don't think the other style of videos really lean into collaborations. Like gameplay matches on Recode doesn't really lean into collaborations. Deck explanations, deck analysis, and like just breaking down a deck and what makes it tick doesn't really work into collaborations. Watching the series doesn't really work into collaborations. I'm kind of limited on like the kind of content that I'm going down. Maybe the theory videos I might feature. I know I'm going to be doing a video on the client sphere. I'll probably ask Hard Rock to feature on that because Hard Rock is very knowledgeable when it comes to that book. He has a literal notepad filled with just notes on that book. He has
Cool.
exact quotes of how characters are described as. He has like genuinely, like, he's read the book thousands of times at this point. I would not be surprised. And then I guess like also to see like what other content creators like arise, because like whenever it comes to gameplay, like there's not really much you can do in the form of collaborations with gameplay outside of just playing a game, and I feel like that's not really something worth noting. Yeah, I think that's the words to use. I wouldn't really call that like an actual collaboration. I'd just be like, that's like playing somebody in like chaotic.
Sure.
So I guess like yes and no. I do want to do more collaborative projects. I know for 2027, I have a lot of things planned for 2027. I know for 2027, I have a lot of expensive plans for 2027 for content. But getting to 2027 is like, it's just that those things are like way more expensive than I could ever fund, like right now. I'll put it that way.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But
That's valid.
so this year, not necessarily. I probably will have other people on the channel outside of the Perim podcast, outside of the Codemaster meetings, but like outside of that, I'm not entirely certain to what extent. I know in 2027 it's going to be another level though. I can almost guarantee that in 2027, this style of video that we're recording right now, I think that would not be. That wouldn't even be my floor. I would want to do so much more. Like just bigger.
Sure.
not to hype it up too much, because it's not as hype as it sounds, but like it's just gonna be new environment, new things. So
For sure. Hey, onwards and upwards, baby.
yeah, Mr. Beastified Chaotic, let's go.
Yeah. I trapped one guy in the overworld for 300 days.
I put 7 Danian players in the Brawler's Burrow. Let's find out what happened.
Yeah, there you go.
I trapped a Mepedian player in a room full of interest plushes for 48 hours. Let's see what happens.
I trapped Hammer Doom Chant Caller in the Infectorium.
I trapped Chaor and Prexorchasm.
Uh-huh. It's all you're just a trapper. That's what Mr. Beast is, professional trapper.
100 chaotic players versus 1 Rothar.
Let's go big. Chaotic Squid Games.
No, I think the potential for larger. I don't want to say productions, because I don't want it to sound like I don't want to make it actually sound like a Mr. Beast kind of thing, because that's not what I like envision. But I think the potential for larger kind of forms of content is like so there for chaotic. Like you can have like 8 people. You watch Yu-Gi-Oh content, Team Samurai's, where he gets like 4 different players and they do like chaos sealed, like, right?
Yeah.
I think the potential for chaotic is like even bigger for there, because you have 5 built-in tribes, and like there's just so many like it'd be so easy to like create a situation where it's like we fly Kanga out for 1 weekend and he fills in for that overworld slot versus Max Lord, or Jovanator fills in for you, or Hard Rock could switch out with me, and I feel like the potential is just there for that, and then like the drone, like Chaotic as a series has like so many like different avenues to explore down, in terms of like physical things too, because like you see we saw in the Danian ramp, in the Danian barracks, we saw like this like little like course where Tom had to get through to scan a piece of battle gear that Odu Bathax was testing, the episode with Cooler Tom, and I think like like something like that where it's like like something themed around that, where the like the Cooler Tom episode, like thing, it just, there's just so many different things that, like you could experiment with and like make into this really cool like into this really cool video. And I think Chaotic is like perfectly set up, and like has set up like those different themes that could be approached in terms of content. And that's why again I'm going to keep saying this, because it frustrates me that Rudd said this, and he continues to say it. Rudd said like there's still that he doesn't want to make filler content. Bro, there's so much content, bro.
Oh yeah, there's so much that could still be done for sure.
Yeah, like I feel like Rudd is a collector, and he doesn't approach things from the perspective of a player as frequently as like I would wish he would. And that's not to say anything bad against collectors or anything bad against Rudd himself, because I love them both. I love collectors. I love Rudd.
Sure.
It's just like as a collector, like your idea of like completion for content is going to be collecting everything, and
Right.
Rudd has kind of like completed that. Like he has everything.
See, I've never like enjoyed collector content, and that's not to bash at anyone who like makes content like that or is into collecting stuff. Like that's fine for sure. That's your thing. I'm not gonna yuck on your yum.
Yeah.
It's never really done anything for me because like I don't have money like that, bro. like
Yeah.
I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on a card. Like I'm not spending thousands to try to like put together like a set of like all foil like max stat or whatever type shit. Like
Yeah.
that's not anything that I'm ever going to engage with monetarily, and so like that's not the kind of stuff that I like to watch or like really care about.
Yeah.
And again, that's not to bash on anyone else who does like that kind of stuff. That's great. Hey, more power to you. But like for me, like I like playing the game. You
Yeah.
know, I like a game because it's fun to play,
See,
not because I want to look at like the expensive cardboard.
for me, I not only like playing the game, but like as an IP, Chaotic's like lore is so expansive, and like there's so many theories that can be crafted off like the most minuscule things. The eye of the eye of the storm. I think that's the name of
I have the Maelstrom.
the Eye of the Maelstrom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, I'm saying this wrong. I know I'm saying this wrong. I just don't know where. The Eye of the Maelstrom. They have to sacrifice a Mujik every single year to the Eye of the Maelstrom, a new Mujik that they have to create, because it's to appease something. And
Right.
it's like, there's no theory. No, nobody's made a theory video. It's like, this is like the most like obvious theory video of like, it's to appease the Cothica. It's to appease Ebnathasar, right? It's to appease oh my god, I can't pronounce the city's name. The city of the elements. It's to keep the city of the elements afloat.
Kensep.
Kinsep, yeah. There we go. It's to appease Kinsep. To keep the concept afloat. It's to appease the creators of the Cothica. There's so many different avenues that you could approach down that have like some level of depth built off to them. Or you could just be like, oh, it's harnessing the power of all different kinds of music until it eventually, forms the Cothica. Because as Ganon has stated, in more recent interviews, the Cothica is many things that have come together to make one thing, and there's no theory videos, and the only theory videos on like the Frozen were made by me. It's like,
Right.
it's like, guys, it's like there's so much lore in just like one episode of Chaotic that we could build upon. In episode 4, I mentioned it during the last Codemaster meeting. In episode 4, we see the battle where we see the location where the battle for the Cothica took place. There are two statues, like two Hokage featured statues, from like the final battle, right?
Final battle, yeah.
There's two statues positioned on a mountain, and it's implied that this is where the battle for the Cothica took place through like narrative storytelling. And like Nobody's discussing that. And I'm like, bro, it's these theories write themselves. These videos,
No, I
these
mean
breakdowns, they
the
write.
chaotic lore is awesome. Like I love chaotic lore. I've always liked it.
Yeah.
Um, that's like part of what inspired me to like make fan fiction. Even though like my fan fiction is like fucking like goofy ass like comedy series, like random humor, early 2000s internet core shit. But like
And he waddled,
the
waddled.
lore of chaotic is just so interesting. You know, like the world, the questions that you have. Like there's so many questions that you have about the world just immediately upon like learning more about it. Like the more you learn about it, the more you're like, all right, like what is the history here? Like how does this work? Like why is this the way it is? Like the and like you know there's so much more that they aren't telling us. Like every set there's new locations or new creatures or new like little flavor text or whatever that's like, all right, well wait, let's back up. Like I need to know more about that,
Yeah,
you
no.
know?
There's a map. There's a card called Blazer's Map Collection.
Uh-huh.
And at the bottom of the card text, it says if Blazer would just slow down, he'd realize he's already found what he's looking for. And like,
Yeah.
what is Blazer looking for? The Cothica. Everybody's looking for the Cothica. Like,
Right. Except for those who already know where it's at, like Heptad, right?
well, it's implied Heptad knows where it is. It doesn't. It's
Yeah.
or it's like the Conjurers summon war beasts. Where do they
Mhm.
summon them from? Are they from the Spirit Lands? Or is there like another
Right.
location where the like war beasts? It drives me insane. It drives me insane. And then have again, I again not in attack, not like anything towards Red. I love Rudd. I really do. I love that he is there for the collectors. I love that he does the Q&As with Ganon. I love everything about Red. Red is an amazing guy, amazing person. But like to have him go like, there's I don't want to do filler content, brother. We haven't even started on the base entry for content. We haven't even like started shipping content yet. Like, brother, we we haven't done anything.
There's so much still out there that hasn't been done.
Yeah.
You know, and then that's like a big goal of mine for 2026. I really want to like push what chaotic content is right now.
Yeah.
Like on YouTube.
Chaotic power scaling. We could power scale creatures. We have enough feats from certain creatures to power scale other creatures. Why did Oparu tie with Ani? No, lose to Ani when he was Ani. Like, that doesn't make any sense either. I mean, like, was Oparu like purposely inting? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Like, I mean, just saying, it was kind of sus. But no, I feel like there's so many different avenues to explore down, and it's like I want to touch on everything because like I feel like a lot of those opportunities are being missed in terms of like the overall content. And I want to make sure that whenever the community comes back, like from when Ganon announces the game is coming back, then everything's been printed. I want to make sure that they have like this like little catch-up catalog where they can catch up to different fan theories. They can like be reminded about how the series went and like stuff like that. Or like they can like catch up with like all the different strongest creatures that existed of a certain tribe and why they were the strongest creatures out of the certain tribe. And I'm trying to catch up like all of that, and I'm like, guys, there's so much more to be touched on. Oh, it drives me crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm a little content brain. I'm sorry.
No, I get it. I mean, it's a rich vein for mining.
There's just so much that just hasn't been done, and I want to do it all. I'm like, I see like the potential for like all these different kinds of videos, and I'm like even character breakdowns, right? Like the closest we've gotten to character breakdowns is Primo TV on Instagram. Like, and all they did was like showcase Maxor. He's the ruler of the overworld. Nobody's ever seen Maxor's. It's like reading flavor text off of cards. It's like versus he was super hesitant about humans at first, and then after Tom proved time and time again as to why humans could be trusted, he started to slowly grow more fond of the creatures until eventually one day he needed a human to save him. And then there's so sorry, I'm getting sidetracked.
That's still fine to like bring new people in, right? Like a video like that, like it might seem basic to like somebody that's already enfranchised, but for someone who's like never heard of the property before,
oh yeah, no,
they're like, oh wow, like that design is really cool. Like that sounds interesting. Like I want to learn more about this character. Like that kind of stuff is still good.
100% for a short form video. That's great. I like as a short form video, I love it. But like, I'm just saying, like, we could expand that. Like, as content creators, we could expand that. We're in the position where, like, where we have the knowledge, is like, we've watched the series, we've read the cards, we know the lore, we know it, you know, we're in that position where we have that opportunity to expand upon it, and I want to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why I was like sitting down. I was writing I was building up the video for the second Brian Fommy video for Dragonix. Says like he was a real life codemaster, and he told us a lot of things about the franchise that we didn't know. And I'm doing the part 2 of it, and I'm like sitting here and I'm like, dude, I should be working on a theory video right now. I should be rewatching the series so I can make sure that I have like all the theories down for like, this video or that video. And I'm like, dude, I don't have enough time in the day to do this.
Yeah, it's fair.
It drives you crazy. You're like, you need a 42-hour workday just to make sure, like, you get like that one where you get it all good. It's like, ooh. Sorry, what was the question?
Boy, you're testing my memory here. I fully don't know. I have no idea.
I'm just so passionate about about Chaotic and the content for Chaotic, and like covering all the different avenues so that people come back in and they're like, people were still talking about the games, people were still like making videos on the lore, people had like ideas and theory videos, I just get so passionate when I start talking about stuff, and I kind of got carried away. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That's great. That's the kind of energy we need here in the community, man. That's awesome.
I just wish I had that energy more frequently.
I feel you.
I feel like too frequently I'm like, I'll default to gameplay because that's what the majority of the people who are watching my videos are watching for, is the gameplay or news. So I just wish I had that like energy where I was like, ooh, actually, hold on, let me make a video, like a fully explained video on why I think Clay is actually a codemaster,
Sure.
Which I think there's a lot of solid information as to why Clay is a codemaster. By the way, a lot of solid information, and I feel like a lot of people just kind of like are in denial, or they just don't piece it all together, because it's like yeah. We'll talk about that. I mean, I'll talk to you. So, do you have any other questions or anything else?
I think I'm good, man. I think I'm good.
All right, dope. All right, so one more time. So I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up here then.
Cool.
We talked about a lot. I hope a lot of people are like willing to go check out Odyssey now, because like Chaotic Odyssey. I'm talking about like the best kind of content that you've made. I think Chaotic Odyssey is up there. I think Chaotic Odyssey is like...
Oh, for sure. No, I think Chaotic Odyssey is the best thing that I'm making right now.
I think it's the best Chaotic series in general coming out right now. I don't think... I mean, granted, the 5 videos that are releasing like a month, versus, Odyssey, which is a weekly series, but that's it.
I think it's the best Chaotic limited series on YouTube, is what I will pretty definitively say. Because I think it's the only one.
I think it's the best. I think it's the best series Chaotic series on YouTube right now. I think the only thing that could be different, the only thing that could rival it, would be Rudd doing regular openings, because his production value, his camera is high quality. He has a lot of tidbits that he can drop in there about card and stuff like that. But even then, I personally am not into pack openings, so I'd probably still put Odyssey above it. 100%.
Yeah, I have zero interest in pack openings myself. It's just a different kind of content. That's like I said, I think fuck, my voice keeps cracking. Yeah, I think as far as trading card game content, collectors content versus gameplay content are two completely different audiences.
Yeah.
So I don't have any interest in collection type content, but some people do.
Yeah, which I can respect that. I know I'm probably gonna have to go into collect app openings myself eventually, just because that's the kind of content people want to see, and I am a man of the people.
Sure.
I will do the things that people want me to do, even if I don't want to do them necessarily. Uh,
So that's where we differ. Is I'm so autistic. I'm not willing to do anything that I don't want to do. Like
see,
I'm just not going to.
I'm that kind of autistic where I'm like, people like seeing this. I would like having the cards in general. What is $100 to open a German booster box of Zenith of the Hive? Who cares?
Sure.
What is $200 to open Silent Sands? That hurt to say. Oh God. Imagine spending $200 on a booster box of Silent Sands. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
Literally, I would never.
Set to be delivered on Tuesday. Okay, cool. What?
All right. Hey, go off, King. Go off, King. No, not me, man. But yeah, this is fun, dude. This is fun. I'm glad we got to sit and hang out for a little bit and talk some shit about different like card games and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
always down to talk about trading card games, man. It's my great passion in life.
I swear, I think we spent an hour discussing Magic the Gathering.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, I could
This
talk
is
about
insane.
Magic forever, honestly.
I'm so tired of Magic right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's opinion that many people are feeling at the moment.
I tried to catch up on all the different stuff that dropped, dude. Did you know there's a copy of Skither that is Venom? I didn't know that.
I did not know that. Sounds
Yeah.
like a secret layer? Question mark.
Nope, it's extra. It's one of the extra cards from the Spider-Man set. It's Skither
Oh,
as Venom. Yeah.
did not know that.
Yeah,
Kind of neat.
I found that out yesterday.
All right, buddy. Well, it has been fun.
Yep.
Just to plug my channel again, it is Apricot a lot here on YouTube. Check me out. We're only doing 2 weekly series right now. I got my Pokerogue Adventure series where I am starting with a fresh account and trying to play through and beat Pokerogue on Classic. And then Chaotic Odyssey, where me and Johnny are cracking packs and doing some limited chaotic gameplay, racing to 10 wins. Plenty of other stuff planned here for the year. New collab series probably dropping here by the end of the month. And yeah, keep an eye on that channel. There's going to be a lot of great chaotic content coming out here in 2026.
Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I have been Jay Johnny from Perim's Underworld. And I guess I will be seeing oh my god, I screwed up my outro. How did I keep screwing up my outro? This is how you know I don't record enough videos. And I will see you guys later in Chaotic. So for now, let's port to Perim.
All right. Hey, chaotic guys.